Okay, say that again.
Well,
Say that now.
hi, Kathy from the future.
Very
It's gonna be
excellent.
so weird hearing this back when I sound like, because I sound really weird to myself. I sound like my fucking throat pussy.
You're thrusty?
My thrusty. Somebody fucks my thrusty too hard. Oh, hi, Apple.
Hi.
Hey.
To
How'd
be
that
fair,
how'd that walk go?
oh, sorry.
Yeah, it works. There we go.
Oh.
So I don't know if Kathy told you, but he's not going to be here today.
Yes,
Yeah, he
we
gave
were
me a
just
message.
discussing it.
We're
Like,
actually
just
recording right now, so if you want to say hi to
Mhm.
Kathy in the future, you can.
Okay,
Hi.
hi Kathy in the future.
Hi, Kathy, in the future.
The funny thing is, before we went to London, me and my friend were like, if we don't get an STD, we have failed our mission. And we didn't get STDs, but she got a chest infection and I got tonsillitis, so
God damn.
Close enough.
Close.
it's like mouth
no.
syphilis.
Enough.
I
Mouth
just want to point
syphilis.
out, one of the many things I love about the fact that my beard hair is so fucking thick is that I can just do this. Wait.
That's
Oh.
I just
awesome.
want to hit it. I just want to hit it. Like that's my like exact action. I just like want to hit the comb. I'm a cat
You're in
sometimes.
a
Okay.
cat girl.
Yeah. Like
That's
don't
fucking
leave stuff on the
great.
edge
Yeah.
of the table around me. I will hit
I
it.
can also fucking can curl my mustache up. It's not super long right now. It used to be way longer, but I can curl my mustache up.
Like Dr. Eggman.
I'm incapable of growing facial hair, and I'm very thankful for it.
I am capable of growing facial hair. And I am
Ah.
ambivalent about it.
Yeah.
Actually, I have a picture of me when my facial hair was super fucking long.
Interesting.
So this is me in all my hairy glory.
My god.
My
You look
my
like you
lord.
work at like a
Barbershop.
like a
Like, no, I was-
tabletop like shop.
I was thinking ice cream shop. Where's?
And then this is just one of my favorite pictures of all time because look at the curled mustache.
Yeah, you
My
kind of
god,
look.
this bitch a hipster.
You kind of look
Starbucks
like
going to it.
That was November last year.
Oh.
I need to
Oh.
re-dye my hair, or at least get it cut, because I have a lot
Let me
of
get my robe.
bleached
I wanna wear
hair.
my robe.
So one thing that makes me sad about dyeing my hair, once it fades, it's just bleach blonde.
Bleach.
La vie vie.
Blondes have more fun.
It doesn't look too bad with my skin tone, but
Are you
don't
like
know. One isn't.
stereotyping hair colors?
No.
I was talking to Lemon.
Oh, okay.
Not you.
No.
No,
My
it's
apologies.
it's a phrase. Did you know
Uh-huh.
the film Gentlemen Prefer Blondes is based on a book, and that book has a sequel, and it's called But They Marry Brunettes. Gentlemen prefer blondes, but they marry brunettes.
So
Fuckers.
close, I have
True.
black hair. I'm not brunette.
So close. Well, you
I
don't get
am-
anything. You get nothing. But so do
So
I.
I get
close, I'm
nothing.
gay.
I got depression and non-binaryism. That's it.
I can relate to one of those.
Depression?
Yeah.
Because I also have. No, I don't have. I have.
Oh my
well,
god, Sisterhood of Traveling Depression.
I have recovering severe social anxiety.
Oh no.
Oh, I also have social anxiety.
Hey.
My social anxiety is so bad. Like when I order food, and I'm by myself, or like people aren't getting the same thing, I will think of an order in my head, go up to the counter, and order the wrong thing.
Oh,
Honey.
That's great.
All I
No.
wanted was nuggets.
You get nothing.
and what'd you
Fucking
order?
nothing.
I'm the resident social person for most
Anything
of my
under the
social
anything under the
anxiety.
menu.
I'm like, do you need a little lesbian to do your things for you?
Like,
No,
you
that
know
was
the-
like.
you know the meme, like the he asked for no pickles thing.
Yeah.
That's me.
Oh.
If my order's wrong, I will do nothing about it.
You could spill soup in my lap, and I would say sorry to you.
Like, I ordered like a deal, ages ago, and I got the completely wrong order. I didn't get anything of what I ordered at all, and I'm just like, you know what? This is my food now.
No.
My food.
It's like because I ordered a McFlurry because I was feeling something sweet, and I got
Fruity.
hotcakes without any butter or syrup, and like a McMuffin at
What's
12
a
a.m.
hotcake?
McMuffin.
Like
It's like pancakes, yeah.
Pancake.
Ah, I see.
It
I
is a
see, I see.
pancake. I don't know the difference. If there is one, it's a
I
pancake.
don't think there is. It's just a pancake.
Googling.
It's
I
just
think.
these pancakes are microwaved. They're pre-made
feel
and
like-
microwaved.
Yeah.
Versus
And I don't know if there's a
pancake.
difference between like a pancake and a flapjack, other than the name.
The term hotcakes usually refers to a thicker, denser cake with a narrower diameter than pancake, which
They
doesn't trip as easily when picked up.
Levy.
Right? Because it's
Hey.
literally just
Hey, Levy.
Yeah. It's just,
They're selling pancakes at Dunkin' Donuts now. Like, and it comes like already with
we don't
syrup
have
on
Dunkin'
it.
Donuts. So.
Well,
We
I
also
mean,
don't have
that
Dunkin'
good.
Donuts.
We've
Good.
got Donut King. I think that's similar.
No, you should pity me
got
for
Donut
having
Factory.
Dunkin' Donuts. I fucking hate it. It's the worst. The only
Also,
good shit they
I
have
feel
is green
us
tea.
Australians get different
Oh,
chicken nuggets
okay.
to Americans because
Maybe?
I always
Because
hear
of the
Americans.
regulations or the
I hear-
chain
I always-
supply
I
chain.
al- Yeah, I always hear like Americans complain that the chicken nuggets don't taste like chicken. I'm like, what the fuck are you on about?
yeah, you
The
should
fuck?
pity us. Pity us
Yeah.
in our fast
Depends
food
on where you
industry.
get the chicken nuggets, to be honest.
I don't
Really?
think the
Yes.
chicken nuggets like taste like chicken here either.
Australia's
like-
chicken
Like
nuggets
seasoning.
taste like chicken. Like,
What does chicken
It's
taste
great.
like, though? Like, I feel like I've never actually had a true chicken because I live in America. Like, I feel like I've
You've
What
never
do-
had like a chicken breast?
I've had chicken. You know, one time I actually brought a rotisserie
You can buy
chicken.
chicken at like the superstore.
Yeah, I
or the
wasn't
store.
sure.
And
it's
you
Like,
can cook
America.
it.
It's full of like hormones and stuff.
well, one time I
Yeah.
brought a rotisserie chicken into a movie theater. Like, I just like kind of snuck it in my bag and I like ate it like with my hands. Like, I think I was
Okay.
seeing like Avengers or something.
I would say that was weird, but we went to watch. I think it's Infinity War or Endgame.
Yeah.
And my friend brought in his backpack, and I just see him like I brought in a drink and like some chips because the people at my in Australia don't give a fuck if you bring snacks in. I just see him open his bag, bring out like not a whole chicken, like half a chicken from Red Rooster, 3 different drinks, vodka, a loaf of bread, and something else. And I was just
Not the
very
loaf of bread.
and I was just very
Not the
confused.
bread.
There was more, but I can't remember it because it was like 2 years ago. I'm like, what the fuck did you bring in?
So, my favorite thing that I ever saw someone bring into a theater was he. I don't know how this happened, but he brought in like a duffel bag, I guess. I don't. They didn't care, so he brought in the duffel bag, and this motherfucker pulled out like a still warm tray of just buffalo chicken dip, pulled out 6 bags of chips, and started passing around plates.
Oh, ew, God, Jesus
Actually, my
Christ!
Opens
What
his
the
own
fuck?
catering company inside the cinema.
Yeah.
Nobody
it was
I
fucking
know.
amazing.
Damn.
But I remember smelling like a kebab in the movie cinemas at one point. And I'm looking at it around. It smells really strong. You know those mini
So comfy.
mini kebab cookers you can get from like a Kmart or something?
No.
So it wasn't plugged in, but
No.
it had been plugged in. You could tell. It was this it wasn't a fob family. It was I think it was a Filipino family. It wasn't they just started making like kebabs in the cinema.
Oh, you had Filipino
These are your
kebabs? Dude, those things are the best. They
No,
marinate
it wasn't
them in
me. Like
soda.
me and my friend just had popcorn and drinks because we like popcorn, and we just see them in the corner. Like,
Why?
I mean,
Sorry.
You
if you're hiding,
plebeian.
you might as well be in the corner.
You
I mean, I put Cajun
plebeian.
seasoning on my popcorn, so.
I put soy sauce on my popcorn.
Hey,
That's
I've
what
done that.
popcorn.
It's actually not that bad. It's real
It's kind
good.
of good. It's kind of good.
I
Hot
feel like
sauce
it
on
gets
like caramel
soggy.
popcorn is so
It
good.
can. Oh,
guys ever
I
caramel
dip
put
your
hot
french
popcorn.
sauce
fries
on
in ice cream?
everything.
What?
Your what?
Me or
Mexi, what the
Supple?
fuck
Yeah,
did you just
you.
say?
Do you guys ever put like your French fries in ice cream?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You get a
Okay.
Wendy's, you get a
And
French
McFlurry.
fry, put in a Frosty.
I learned that from
Yeah.
Kim Possible.
Yeah.
Like-
Oh my god.
Australia is like a massive 50-50 when it comes to that. Either people love it or like you're just like the weirdest cunt in school.
That's
No,
about
it's
the
fucking
same
delicious.
here. It's about the same.
No,
in
for me, the
America.
thing that is like strangely polarizing in a friend group is the argument of strawberry versus grape jam or jelly with
Really?
the peanut butter and
Huh?
jelly sandwich. Yeah,
Oh.
like people were fighting me because I was like, I prefer strawberry, and they're like, grape is superior. And I'm like,
For me, it's
preference.
always the argument between ranch and blue cheese. That's always the argument.
They're practically the same. I mean, they just
I'm
have a
listening to
small...
all of this and I can't relate at all because we don't have peanut
Yeah.
butter and jelly.
I don't know, Lavi.
It's just
Wait.
Peanut butter and jelly. It's
I
just
tried
just not a
peanut
thing that
butter and jelly
happens.
for the first time in my life, like this year.
It's
And
not
I made
something
it myself.
Australians do. We have
it's-
fairy bread
yeah.
instead.
Okay,
is
but
that just an
over-
American thing?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
overwhelmingly
pretty
American.
much, yeah.
I
It-
don't like
no, but-
jelly.
Oh, weird.
The argument is among any of my friends, including my coworkers, is always, do you like ranch or blue cheese? That's always the
I
argument.
love ranch.
Blue cheese is superior.
I mean,
We don't have ranch here.
mayo.
Very sensitive, so like no thank
Yeah,
you.
we have ranch here, but it's very like rare. It's more like aioli for us.
Mayo is the best in my.
And I love aioli.
That's a disgusting
then
opinion,
again-
and I will be leaving this campaign.
But then
I
again,
hate
I
mayo.
did eat a whole lettuce, like
I
like
don't
an
get how
apple.
people can
Like-
hate mayo. Mayo is great.
I hate it. It looks
Mayo's
like cum.
awesome.
Do you,
All right.
That's
Okay.
the
That's
point!
exactly why I like it.
You enjoy it?
Okay. All right. So
I'll gargle that shit.
to put condiments aside,
I'm just picturing stuffing mayonnaise into your mouth and just gargling it like water.
It's a main call here.
Just cartoon style,
I
just.
gargle my painkillers because of my tonsils, and now I can't stop thinking about gargling mayonnaise.
No,
You might have ruined me.
Ruins.
Sorry.
This robe is so
I
comfy.
fucking
I'm
hate
loving
it here.
Okay.
I love this robe.
So, gang, let us. We are now 12 minutes in, so let us begin. Kathy, I hope you enjoy this. Okay, so I like to begin. I'd like to begin just by reviewing what we know. Now, unfortunately, because the audio got fucked up last time, not everyone might be like caught up on the same page. So let's just do like a summary as to what happened last time. So, all of you, except for Maxie, met at the Van Dyne Manor, where you were given the task of finding Opal Van Dyne, whose wedding is tomorrow. Yes, it's tomorrow, and she is missing. She had been missing. You had been given the advice to go to Persephone's garden. I was calling it Persephone's flowers. It's actually garden. And that is where you met Persephone and Maxie, who joined the party and to help search for Opal. Persephone kind of gave you some insight into, how Opal is, where she could possibly be, and she led you to believe that she could possibly be at a bridal boutique, or like one of the other, like a, I think it was it like a, it was like another place.
Mountain.
Yes, thank you, the fountain. And you guys left the shop and encountered Box Kid, who don't look at me. Who you
We need to get that
encountered.
man a sandwich.
Oh yeah, oh god.
Yeah.
You encountered Box Kid, who was in a box and had very long hair and overalls, and they were extremely excited to meet you all. They drank one of Dest's sodas, and they gave you tips, and they told you that they saw Opal walking down the alley, and her hands were glowing. There was something weird going on with her eyes. As you all went down the alley to go look, at the bridal boutique, we split up the party. Half of us went into the bridal boutique, and intimacy got fucked, literally and figuratively.
It didn't give a good
It
experience
did
to
not
them,
give good
sadly.
head.
Oh.
It was not good. It was too too quick, too fast. Anyway, but we got some information on a mysterious hooded figure who the other half of the party chased, who turned out to be Captain Alexander Bismarck, who is Opal's fiance. He took you all to a pub called the Lion's Den after being, essentially shit on by half the party, and you all are having a discussion, trading notes about what happened. And then when you mentioned that Opal was seeming to show some sign of magical ability or powers, the captain left in a bit of a hurry, which is when Opal revealed herself, having been invisible, sitting in the booth with you all, and she says, "Ah, I never thought he'd leave."
What can I just say? No, sorry, go ahead.
Opal,
Oh, so this
Why?
is Opal.
in the name
Oh.
of the seasons,
Okay, yep.
did you do this to us?
Okay, okay. Okay. Well, hi. I'm Opal. It's very nice to meet you all. I did not. Okay, so, all right. It's a little hard to explain. Listen, it's okay. I'll tell the truth. I'll come clean. I need you all to promise me, not to tell my dad or Alexander. Is this possible?
Can I just ask? Oh, sorry.
Oh no!
Can I just
please.
ask, like, why would we not tell them? Your father is our employer, and while I don't particularly, I completely zoned out when we were talking to Alexander. He's the least interesting person I've ever met in my life. But there's money involved, and I would we just be doing it out of the goodness of our delicate heart?
How much money is involved?
What?
How much money is involved in all of this?
50 if we find you, another 50 for some of us if the wedding goes on. Are you
Okay.
prepared to match that?
Honestly, you don't have to pay me as long as you have a good reason.
See,
I wasn't really in it for the money anyway.
Do you have a good reason?
Okay. Look. Okay. This morning, I woke up and I had this very strong and sudden urge to go somewhere. I don't know where. It was like almost like the earth was like pulling me somewhere, like I was like a magnet, and someone was taking my body across, and it was almost like I wasn't entirely a part of myself, but I was conscious. I did know what was going on, but there was something in me that was saying essentially to not do this.
So you had a change of heart about your marriage?
Well, no, I mean I do love Alexander. That's not the problem, really.
Okay.
You love him, but you don't want to get married to him.
I don't think I'm supposed to, is what I think is going on.
Well, that's
So-
slightly more complicated.
Vivian's gonna. I'm assuming I can reach across the table and grab Opal's hands. Is that reasonable? So Vivian's gonna reach across the table, grab her hands, and be like, Opal, how long have you been able to turn invisible?
Okay, yeah, that's, I know that's, something that, I'm actually I'm kind of surprised that, Papa let you, come look for me, but, I really wasn't honestly expecting to have a, a search party. Um, I was following you guys for a while, like down the street at the boutique, and then I saw the whole ordeal with, Captain. And, the time when I managed to turn invisible was probably like this morning. Probably this morning is when I would say I could do that.
No, not a hidden talent you have then.
Oh no, I don't have a magical bone in my body, or maybe I do now. I guess it's all very new to me.
It certainly
Perhaps
looks like
not
you
a
have a
bone,
magical
more of
bone in your
a
body.
splinter, maybe.
That's
Perhaps
not
an
a bad
outside
idea.
influence.
Perhaps.
Can you do anything
on.
else than just turn invisible? That you know of, at least?
Hmm. Uh. Oh, yes. I can do this. And she takes out like a wad of like wet, mushy clay from her pocket, and like you can
Ooh.
see now that you can see now that her hands are like all stained and like muddy, and like you can tell that it's like dry. She's been like doing this for a while. She takes out the piece of clay and she sets it on the table, and she starts like fucking around with it, like kind of molding it into like a little thing, until finally she manages to mold it into like a small figurine of a dog. And she's like,
I think that's just your artistic talent there,
oh,
darling.
oh,
No
no,
offense.
hold on, and she gives it a kiss, and suddenly it begins to like start running around in circles on the table.
Now that is very interesting.
Isn't it?
Can I make a
Certainly.
perception check to see if anyone's looking at us?
Yes, absolutely.
And we'll look around. Look around.
I've seen some higher clerics do something like this, but I would not know, unfortunately.
11.
You look around and you see it's like a fairly moderately busy pub. You don't really see anyone like directly looking at your table. You see like maybe a kid like look over, like kind of like, what's that? But their mom like, is like, stop staring. But yeah, she's like, yeah. Oh, and then she like picks up the dog and she just goes boop, and like it like smushes down back into clay, and it's no longer moving anymore.
Well, I'm not a philosopher, but is it ethical to immediately destroy your own destruction?
Construction,
Well,
not destruction.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, they don't feel anything. I think they're just clay. They're not alive, really.
But they're animated.
Well, yeah, but they don't think or
This
feel
day
anything.
is too fucking much. Can I just say, I'm having the worst fucking time. I've had the worst sex of my life.
I'm sorry.
We talk to fucking children. Jesus
Language,
Christ.
my dear. Language.
Well, in front of who? Is that fucking Buckchild here?
Oh my, it's still rather brass, don't you think?
I'm sorry, have I offended your delicate sensibilities?
No, it's just, we're in a public space, my dear.
Oh, your dear. Alright, for you, I'll be a little more delicate.
I'm sorry, but who are all of you? I know Vivian, of course.
Yes, sorry, I was about to get that. How rude of us. I am Luna. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Luna.
Evelyn. It's a pleasure.
Evelyn. Yes, a
Strange
pleasure.
circumstances.
Yes. I would hope
Oh,
to
this
meet
is Julian.
Julie. Oh, look at you. Is that like what I can do? Like, are you magic too?
He has a focus inside of him that
Oh, are you one of those
Complex magic.
Channel set.
You're like a, that kind of.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, that kind of thing. That's so cool. And who's this guy over here with his arm and everything? That's cool.
My name's Dest.
Dest. That's a very unique
Dest.
name. Is that a particular name? Is it a family name?
I mean, as far as I know, it's the name my father gave to me.
That's wonderful.
But the last name is it's not something exactly that I remember right now.
Oh, you poor dear. You just can't remember your last name, or I mean, is this a little bit of a bigger problem for you?
No, it's more I can't really remember it.
Oh, well,
For the most part, anyway.
Sometimes I have memory problems. Like, I'll forget to, give Vivian my laundry, or, sometimes, like, I'll forget to, pick up the right fork or something.
It's a little more severe.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It's a process.
Matter of fact, you ever heard of, are you involved in the field of science?
No.
Never mind then. Don't worry about it.
Gotcha. All right, and who's this? I see that you have a...
I'm your next wet dream, darling. My name is Intimacy, and I've had a bit too much of everything today. So can we get this over with? Shall we decide? Gang.
Wait. Hold on. I'm sorry. What's a wet dream?
You don't worry about that. It's
How old are you?
Intimacy. Hush.
No. How old are you,
No.
dear?
I'm 21.
He introduces himself to everyone like that.
Yeah.
It's an intimacy thing. Don't worry about it.
Intimacy. That's a lovely name.
Thank you. Are
Yes,
you
it
of
seems to have-
age?
Yeah, I'm 21.
And
Intimacy.
you don't know what a wet dream is?
I don't think so.
And you're going to get married?
I don't know about that.
I
mean,
was
Vivi,
married
I hate
quite
to be
young.
bad, but you
Intimacy.
should have
It's
thought of these things.
Oh, well, I mean,
not everyone needs to know.
Intimacy?
What happens on the wedding night?
Intimacy. Can we not
Well,
have this
surely they know
conversation
about
right
that.
now
It's
in the middle of a bar
I agree with.
while we're trying to decide what we're gonna be doing?
Yeah, there
you're
are
all being a tad prudish, and I think you're
there
repressing
are
yourselves.
slightly more
Intimacy?
important
Vivian
things
here.
going
Vivian-
on currently.
Yes. Oh, before I forget, I believe this belongs to you, and Luna will hand over the ring that belonged to Opal.
Oh.
Yes. Seeing as we found you already, I don't quite need it.
Thank you. I had left this, but I thank you very much. And she kind of sticks it in her pocket. So, I kind of just wanted to say hi. I appreciate you all caring so much for me. Unfortunately, I cannot stay as I do have things I gotta do. I just wanted to let you all know that I'm fine. That no one, murdered me or captured me or, turned me into, a bear or something. I'm good. Vivian?
Things is very
So
vague.
Oh.
A little
But here's
more
the thing.
clarity would be nice.
I've got no issue with you doing whatever you're gonna do. I don't really care. I was only sent to find you. Exactly. Look at here. You're here. I found you.
Yes.
Anyway, what is it you're gonna do? Are you gonna? Obviously, you're not going back to your father. So where are you going?
Seem quite compelled more than anything.
I'm not really gonna
Yes.
tell anyone. I'll simply tell you if anything. I'll just simply tell your father that we saw you. We couldn't exactly stop you from going anywhere. So that's pretty much all I'll say, if anything else. Just so he knows you're okay.
Well, is that what the rest of you are going to do? And she kind of looks at you, Vivian.
Again, you didn't actually say. You told us that you were going to tell us what you were doing, and then you didn't.
You caught that.
She's
Good
got
job.
point.
Yes. So.
Great.
And so Vivian has a very like contemplative look on her face, like she's really like she's thinking real hard. It's like, Opal, I don't know what's going on. You didn't tell me anything, and I can understand feeling a pull towards something that you might not fully comprehend. But it did hurt a little bit to find out from your father that you had just disappeared out of nowhere without telling me or letting me know, so that I could at least help you the best that I can.
Oh.
And make sure that nothing bad happens to you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Honestly, look, it was nothing personal. I really didn't mean to not tell you, but after the dreams and the everything that happened, there wasn't exactly something that I could just stop and tell, because, you know, Papa would have found out. But I am sorry. I didn't realize that would hurt you so badly. And that wasn't my intention. See, I think Alexander I think he does care about me and about finding me. But I also think that he might be looking and working for my father. And I couldn't risk being caught. And I couldn't risk people knowing that I could suddenly do these wonderful things. So I decided that in order for me to understand more about what I am able to do, I thought the best option would be to find a teacher, someone who could help me. Of course, though, the teacher could not be in Lilith. My father would find me far too easily. So I was planning on taking a boat and going somewhere.
I would suggest respite, but we don't know much about the arcane. We're more religion-based, sorry. We get more of our magic power from our deities.
Oh, I think I've seen some of some respite people like come to the door with like books and like, you know, they hold like pamphlets and things like that. My dad says not to answer them though.
Yeah, we aren't very well perceived sometimes. Some of us are more fanatic than others.
But you're very nice.
I do my best.
So
I mean, Lady Autumn teaches us to be kind, so.
Oh, my mom really liked Lady Autumn a lot. I mean, liked is an understatement. She was a leader at one of her temples, and she dedicated her life to Lady Autumn's service. I mean, I think my dad has even said one time that they met once, but I don't know if that's true or if that was just, you know, like a misremembering kind of thing. But it's so nice to know that her faith is still going despite, you know, everything.
I pretty much owe everything to Lady Autumn, so it's the least I could do for her.
May I? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I would advise you to steer clear of Renate.
Why?
Shams is an issue, and is taking magic users, and getting ready is the best way I can put it.
The Shams... You mean the Empire? Like out
Yes,
in
the Empire.
the West? I didn't realize they were becoming so powerful.
Very much so. Me and Dest had to leave rather quickly.
Oh, you poor things. I'm so sorry.
Well,
That's enough time. I mean, if you want to go anywhere, it's Lilith, right?
That's true.
Opal, where were you planning on going?
Oh, well, she like takes a second. Jiwang. Plan to go to Jiwang. Yeah, Jiwang. That's right.
Can I do an
Yeah,
insight check to
fucking.
see if it actually was like... Or
Yeah,
is
you
she just
could-
BSing us?
You could do it.
I'm gonna do this. I'll do the same thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna rely on my
I'm
passive.
rolling it
Oh.
via. I'm rolling it via D&D Beyond. So.
Oh, cool.
I got a nat
That's
one,
a-
so...
That's a nat one.
Yay!
Yeah.
It's lagging so bad.
Shit.
Looks like it's a nat 20 though.
Really? It's not showing
That's
It's
us
what
still
in-
that-
loading. It's still loading.
Yeah.
Yeah, nat 20.
Not 20, 22.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Okay. So, I mean, obviously she's lying. Like, very obviously.
Yeah.
She did not have a fucking destination in mind. Also, I'm gonna say with a nat 20, you know, you have a feeling there are pieces of information she is not sharing with you all.
Alright. So, Opal, I'm not exactly the best with my words. Never have been. But regardless, I get the feeling you're not exactly telling us everything. However, like I said, at least me anyway, I'm not gonna go ahead and tell your father where you're going. I could give less of a shit, to be honest. The only thing I would advise, the only thing I'll do, is tell him that you're at least alive. So that way he knows you're okay.
I mean, that's all I want him to know, really. Of course, I'll send him letters to wherever from Jiwang. You know.
Yeah, from Ji Wong. Yeah.
From Jiwang, yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've told you everything. Like
May I suggest something?
Yes.
Right. I don't particularly care about where you're going. My apologies if that seems a bit harsh.
Oh, I don't. It's
I
fine.
don't particularly care why you're going. The basic fact are you have a duty to do. In marrying, you have a lot of people expecting you to do so. And you're not going to do that. And the morality of that is well and truly fine. It's up to you. You are an adult. You can decide that on your own. I would like you to be aware that you would be shirking responsibilities, and that is not going to leave your mind effortlessly. That might follow you around. Now, as for what we would do, I don't think it would be in our best interest to simply let you go. But if all of us had the insane compulsion to go to the bathroom all together and leave you unattended, and had we, upon returning, find you disappeared, well, then that's not our fault. Then that's on you.
When you put
And
it
I
like
don't
that.
think we would be blamed by our employer. So I don't know about you lot, but I'm going to go piss. And Intimacy stands up
Yeah.
and sort of like, would anyone like to join me?
Evelyn looks at her and just... just do even the most basic research on where you are going. Because if you don't, you will walk into something you don't want to be into. Believe me.
Thank you.
She waves with a non-existent hand and also goes to stand up.
In the bathroom.
As for me, like I said, I get the feeling you're not telling us everything. But again, I don't really care. So, I'll be back. And as a matter of fact, he doesn't just go to the bathroom, he just disappears.
Oh,
He's
fuck,
gone.
I've done it again.
He just goes like, and he like vanishes.
He literally does the exact. I don't know if you guys have seen that. Again, does that fucking just creepy wave and just goes, and all of a sudden you just see him slowly fade from existence.
That's horrifying.
Just fades into the ethereal plane. Just.
I prefer the guy putting up the peace signs and then just vanishing.
Just
get that
Whoa.
shit.
I think he needed to shit.
Oh, he just kind of. Wow.
He does that a lot.
He does. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
He's going off
It's a
to do his
whole
own
thing.
thing now.
Luna, Vivi, are you coming to piss?
Not quite. So Luna will stay seated and like just hold her hands together like, on the table. I'm not one to give much advice. I have followed my teachings all my life. Your life is yours to live. I cannot advise you to against that. And unlike what Intimacy said, marriage is, while it is a responsibility, it is not a duty. Don't get it mixed up with that. Many people seem to have an ill conception of it. Marriage is a wonderful union between two people who love each other. It is not a responsibility. It is not a duty. It is a gift. I cannot stop you from leaving. That is not up to me. But your husband, or your husband to be, at least deserves some comfort of heart. He does seem to truly care for you. So I can't leave you with anything else other than Lady Autumn's blessings. But it seems that you and Vivian need to talk, so I will leave you to that. As she will stand and wait outside. Like she'll leave and just wait outside. She's not going to join in us in the bathroom.
She's not going to go to the bathroom party.
She does not trust that one bit.
All right, so do you guys, Evelyn and Intimacy, you guys head to the bathroom? I think also like at this time like Maxie like kind of like the table like shifts and he's like, I'll go to the bathroom, and like he like goes with you guys. And he's like walking the
just the
silverware
ground shaking a little bit. Just
the silverware and the plates are like clattering like it's but now it's just Opal and you, Vivian, left sitting across from one another, and Opal.
I sent you in DMs, by the way, what Des did.
Oh, thank you. Opal kind of just like sits there with her arms, folded like this, and she says, I really am sorry, Vivian. I hope you understand that I have valued our friendship this entire time, and I'm so grateful that you've come into our lives. I really didn't mean to hurt you, and I am sorry.
I'm glad you're safe. That was my biggest concern, initially, because it's so out of character for you to just disappear without at least notifying anybody. But Opal, and please don't take this wrong, and don't take it as an insult, but what do you actually know of the world? Because it's not easy. It's terrifying out there. You have no guarantee of your own safety. You said it yourself, you're just learning how to do these amazing things, but do you even know the full extent of your capabilities? What if someone tried to kidnap you? What if someone tried to harm you? Do you know how to defend yourself? Do you know how to get out of those situations?
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
A dirty 20.
Gotcha.
Hey.
That is a scary persuasion modifier.
Yeah, holy shit. Um, she she stares at you she's silent for a long time. And then suddenly you see her eyes just swell with tears, and they're on the verge of falling off her lashes, and her voice gets thick as she says, "No, Vivian, I'm honestly really terrified. I don't know what I'm doing, and I really wish that someone would tell me what to do. But I wish I could tell you. Look, if I tell
Like, scoot
you,
over to
yeah."
this table so we're sitting next to each other and I'm kind of like holding her a little.
She lowers her voice and she says, "If I tell you this, you have to swear to me that you will not tell anyone, not even the others."
Should we go to between you and God? Or should you go between you and God?
No, this is fine. This is fine
Okay,
that
okay.
you guys hear this.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm. You're good.
I
You
will.
have to promise. And she, like,
I promise.
holds up her pinky. She's like,
I'll link my pinky with her. It's like, I promise, Opal.
she...
You're my priority right now, okay?
Okay. I'm not crazy. I promise. I'm really not.
I never thought you were.
I think... I think my dad and Captain Alexander... I think they're trying to kill me?
Would you think that?
My dream that I had last night, all I remember really is just this sword. It was jagged and black, and it looked like it was made of something dark, and I just watched it fly down and just hit me in the chest, and I was pinned to the ground. It went all the way through my body, and it struck into the earth, and the person who did it, it was like Papa, but it wasn't. But I knew it was. It was. There was something about his eyes that just felt so familiar. And then last night, I heard them talking. Alexander came, and I heard them talk about how this had to go well, that I had to be married because they didn't know what else to do with me. And they said that if the marriage didn't work, or if something happened where I discovered something, which I assume is all of this, then they said that I would have to be dealt with. So that's why I have to go, And I really don't want to, and I'm very scared. But I have to.
Shh, it's okay. It's okay. I understand. How long have you been having these magical abilities?
Just this morning, I really haven't had any weird dreams or anything like this. You know, I don't do anything like this.
Okay. Okay. And she has this kind of look of like like she's doing mental calculations. Vivian's doing mental calculations in her brain. And something's like, okay. And okay, Opal, I'm gonna show you something. But it's I need you to understand that you're not the only one scared of what can possibly be a part of you. And I'm gonna look for I'm gonna glance around the room to see if anybody's watching or anything. I don't know if you want me to roll enough.
Make a perception check.
Great. Awesome. 12.
Ooh. Everyone is a lot of people have left after this sort of like lunch rush, and now like the bar is a lot more empty, but the booth you're in is like a bit, it's like a circle in the corner, so you can definitely like hide if you like.
Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna kind of like duck down, and I'm gonna see if there's like a scuff mark or something, like an indentation in like the table that could like
yeah, there's definitely like knife marks you see like in the table, like someone like carving something in.
Okay. And I'm gonna look at Opal, and I'll put my finger over the scuff mark, and then I'll cast Mending.
You both see the wood begin to repair itself slowly, like almost like the wood is being connected back together, and until everything is perfect, until the area that you touched is perfect again. And Opal's eyes are just wide as she, you know, like looks down and like looks back up at you, and she says, "Did you start this morning too?"
Our secrets to protect ourselves. And I'm sorry that I've had to keep this one from you for so long. But if you need to go, if you need to leave for your own safety or your own sanity, I'm not going to let you go by yourself.
What?
You can't go out there by yourself, Opal.
But I couldn't ask you to come with me. I mean, you have these new friends. I've never even seen you with other people before. It's wonderful that you're able to hang, you know? I couldn't ask you to just leave all that behind.
Opal, I met most of them this morning. I've known you for almost a year. It doesn't even compare.
It still doesn't feel right. But I do understand what you mean. I do understand what you mean, and Can you give me until tonight to think about it, at least? Mike.
Oh, did I get quiet?
Mm-hmm. You're good now.
And where are you gonna go?
I'm not gonna leave Lilith. I'm just gonna stay here. There's just some supplies that I wanted to get. I promise I won't leave.
Okay. Promise?
I promise.
Pinky up.
And she, you know, clutches her pinky.
Yeah.
But she like holds it there for a moment, and she says, "You know, I've always wanted siblings. And my mom died before she could give me any. So even though we've only known each other for a year, I consider you my sister."
I I very much see you as the little sister that I wish I could have had.
And she lets go. She says, okay. And she stands up and she says, I will now walk out and try to think. I will try to think.
Do you want to meet somewhere outside of the house?
Yes.
Tonight?
Why don't you, and if you would like to bring your friends, why don't you meet me at the southern port, and I'll be there, and we can, see one another, and then we'll see, okay? Just go to the south port, and I'll be there.
Okay. Be careful, okay?
I will. I promise.
Captain's looking for you. So keep your head down. Does she have a hood? Does she have a
Yeah,
hood?
yeah, she has like a cloak.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
So Vivian's just gonna like flip her hood up.
Mm-hmm.
Head down. Stay alert.
Yeah. One more thing. If I do decide to leave, and for whatever reason we are not together, would you do me a favor and just could you find out if he really loved me, Alexander? I want to know.
I can try to inquire more, but the sheer panic and stress on him when he realized his inability to locate you spoke volumes, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I guess it's just that, well, no, never mind. It's not important. But, yeah.
Can I insight that real quick?
Sure. Yeah, go for it.
Don't roll shitty. What the frick? That's my second nat 1 on an insight. That's crazy. Okay, nothing.
Yeah, I think, like, when she's just saying that, you're just, like, you're so, like, overcome with how, she called you, like, her sister, and, like, it's that is still, like, kind of processing in your brain. That
it's a lot.
It's a lot, and she's just like, all right, well, I'll...
The sibling, her running away, the magical... Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a lot for Vivian.
I'll see you later. Say goodbye to your friends for me. And she gives you one last look, and she walks out of the pub with her hood down and her head down, and yeah.
Did we set a meeting time?
Yeah.
No, she just said tonight. So
tonight, okay.
Yeah.
I'll say dusk to myself. Okay. And I'll just wait at the table for everyone to finish their bathroom break.
Is she gone yet? She took a while.
I was outside.
Petting S3. S3's just in my arm.
Maxie
if you
back.
Goes, oh no! She disappeared? Vivi, how could you do that? How could you? She must have outsmarted you. Vivi, I'm so sorry.
So...
Hey, Intimacy. Shh, wait, Intimacy, come here. Come here. I have a secret for her. And like, come here. And I'm gonna let Intimacy get really close. And then I'm gonna bring up Esfree, like, just super fast and tell him bite.
Just like a nip at the cheek.
Yeah, nip at the cheek.
Yeah. God damn.
Darling, I'm usually into that, but phone me first.
So check your DMs real quick.
Oh, no, I got you. I saw, oh, you sent me another thing.
Yeah, Simon said that.
Okay, yeah, that's...
Yeah.
That's fair. Yep, okay. So,
yeah.
We will address that in a moment. Maxie, like, comes out of the bathroom. He's like, doof, doof, doof. And he's like trying to play along with the whole narrative of we just went to the bathroom, and he says, I just took a humongous dump. And like everyone in the bar is like,
did.
I'm
yes,
eating.
You did. Good job.
And he's like, he looks like very proud.
It's like praising a 5-year-old for toiletries.
And he looks very proud
job.
of himself. And he like sits down, and he says, where'd the pretty lady go?
See her later, Maxie, don't worry.
Okay.
Wait, what do you mean, see her later?
Well, I'm gonna see her later. You
Why?
aren't all able
I thought
to
she fucked off.
She's taking some time to think.
On
Everything?
See, I met this woman today, but I would rather an innocent woman scared for her life not be in the shit.
Does Evelyn know that she's scared for her life?
Evelyn, why don't you make like an insight check just to see if you picked up on that?
I will say that I did keep rolling an insight, and I was wondering why it wasn't showing up. And then I remembered I had my my campaigns Roll20 open in a different tab that I completely forgot about, and it was just rolling there. And the first one was a fucking 20. I can screenshot it for you.
No, I believe you. I believe you.
It's fine.
Then yeah, you would.
I rolled like 5 by accident.
You would definitely know that she definitely seemed frightened, though she was trying very hard to hide it with a sort of like bubbly personality. Meanwhile, Dest.
Yeah.
Dest, what are you looking for?
So
what are you looking for?
He's sort of just wandering around looking for specifically, what was that fucking herb? Hold on. There is there is 2 plants that basically can make cyanide. And I can't remember what they are off the top of my head, but he's looking for leaves of those 2 plants.
Okay,
Remind me to
can
bring
say.
cure.
As well as he's also looking for plants. There's another plant that when broken down enough can make chloroform, and he's looking for that one too.
Okay, so why don't you make an investigation check?
All right.
Chloroform.
He has his reasons.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, that doesn't good up at all. In fact, that might make it worse.
So if you find them plants, right?
Yeah.
You could just cast sleep.
No, chloroform's awesome.
That's not. I don't think that's good.
I think that's a bad message to put in this Dungeons and Dragons game.
So,
awesome.
I would say, unfortunately, you do not manage to find the ingredients for chloroform, nor do you manage to find the second component for the cyanide. However, you do manage to find one like bottle of leaves of one of the components of cyanide. However, it is on a mat on like the ground, like a vendor's like mat on the ground, and there's like a bottle, like various bottles of like weird shit, and like there's like clothes to the one side, and like there's an old woman sitting there, and she has like this white stringy hair, and it like hangs over her eyes like very messily, and her cheeks are just like sagging with time and wrinkles, and her hands are like covered in like jewels and things like that, and her nails are like super fucking long, and she's just sitting there like with her legs crossed, just like staring out into the distance.
Does it look like? Because I assume I'm still invisible at this point.
Yes. Yeah.
So if I then here's my question. Because my invisibility basically acts as me stepping into the ethereal plane, can I pick that up now?
I think we said
would
that
I know if I could?
I think we said that you could influence the physical world through the ethereal plane.
But I can't, like, interact with things.
Right, like, I don't think you could really pick something up and, like, take it. You would have to...
Unless it's under, like, certain circumstances, I assume, but...
Right, yeah.
Alright, so what he'll do is he'll, like, take a step back, sort of come out of his invisibility, and does it look like she's staring off into the distance, just, like, zoning out, or does it look like she's actually paying attention?
Make a perception check.
There it is. This is lagging so bad, but I would rather use D&D Beyond than the fucking Discord
Yeah,
bot.
that was shit, man. That was so unfortunate.
That's an 11 plus 2, which is 13.
Gotcha.
I can see it before it lands, that's why I say that.
No, yeah, I gotcha. So 13. With a 13, I'd say you can tell that she is... It almost looks like she's, like, sleeping with her eyes open.
So, I'm not gonna walk away, I'm just gonna lean down and pick it up real quick. Does she react in any sort of way?
Make a sleight of hand check.
He's not walking away or acting like he's taking it, he's just picking.
He's just picking it up.
What is that? I don't know what that is. Is that an 8?
Hold on.
Let's find out.
13?
Yeah.
It's an 11.
11.
Yeah. As soon as, like, your hand moves through the air and, like, picks up the bottle, you just hear... 20 gold.
So she is awake. Okay. And me knowing the value of this price, do I know that she's ripping me off with this?
A little bit, but I mean, like, herbs and things like that, especially, you know, ones used for, like...
No, my proficiency bonus should have been added to that investigation check. I'm not gonna retcon it now. It's just this thing that alchemists have. I can add my proficiency bonus to my anything involving looking for herbs and stuff.
Yeah, we'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
You know that it's, like, a little bit overpriced. Not too much.
Alright. I don't think I ever asked this. How much gold would I have right now?
That's a good question. Why don't you roll, this is the way we did it, like, at my old tables. Roll, like, 3d10, and then subtract your, whatever your charisma, modifier is.
Okay, so, hold on.
Tract your charisma modifier?
Mm-hmm. Because it's kind of like,
gold.
It's kind of like, are you good enough? Are you charming enough to have a lot of gold on you? Are you that charismatic to have enough gold on you? It's, I don't know, it was something that I, like, learned and I never sort of let go of.
22? That's a 22 minus 1.
So you have 21 gold, and it costs 20 gold.
Alright, I mean, I could, but does he want it that bad?
She, like, doesn't hear me. She, like, doesn't, like, hear me.
He's not like, walking away, he's just looking at it.
Yeah, she says, 20 gold, please.
Counter argument, if you poison anyone with this cyanide, Luna will probably cure them.
This is only one component. He's kind of just going over things in his head, looking around for a moment, looking at her. He'll just say, he'll just, for once, instead of distracting her and taking it, he'll just go ahead and just say, unfortunately, it's a little too rich for my blood, and he'll go ahead and put it back down and make his way off.
Well, that's too bad. I could give you more things that you could need.
He'll just stop for a second. Like what?
You're a man of science. Only the ones who are interested in those kinds of things. Pick up my bottles. What kind are you?
I'm a man of all kinds of science.
Do you have a favorite?
Biology.
She laughs, and it sounds very dry, like a tumbleweed, scraping across a dusty ground.
Yeah.
And she says, biology. Well, that's a new one. What are you planning to do with my bottle?
Well, with that, I was looking to create some sort of serum, one that allows you to, if injected into the bloodstream, stop someone from casting magic.
A magical poison, perhaps?
Something like that. Basically acts as the spell's silence.
She pauses, and her eyes are still looking forward, and she says, I would like to make you a deal, young man.
Seems a little interested. At this point, tall man, very lanky. He just sits down for a second, that metal arm clanging on the ground.
Yeah. She says, I will give you this bottle and whatever other ingredients you require to make your little potion for 1 gold. However, I would require a drop of your blood.
Is he crazy enough to do this? Because his blood is different because of the race that he is.
It's different. Well,
it's like taking a ghost essence and using that. It's basically what it is.
Yeah.
So, let me make an insight check to see if I can tell what this woman is up to.
Sure, yeah.
Come on.
Come on, little doggy. Let's go.
That's a 2!
This woman...
That's a 4 total!
This woman seems rad. She seems she knows what the fuck is going on, you know? She seems really on the level and totally trustworthy.
He'll sit there for a minute, and he'll think. He'll sort of, he'll have the tip of his index finger come out, sort of inject it into his bloodstream, pull out a little more than a drop.
Yeah.
It comes out in a little vial that he has sitting on there, pulls it out, and goes over to hand it to her. But before he hands it to her, he says, now, I'm telling you, this is not, I don't make threats here. This is a promise. If you do anything nefarious with this, I'll be coming back for you.
And she, with surprising speed, just kind of snatches it out of your hand. And she says, I'll count on it.
And then he'll immediately list off all of the components that he needs in order to make it. It's actually a pretty long list.
Sure. She tucks your vial into her shirt, and she starts gathering up all the bottles on her mat, and she pushes them all forward, and she says, 1 gold, please.
He'll go ahead and take 1 gold and put it in her hand.
And she like takes it and she goes, and like she like kind of licks it a little.
Making a deal with a creepy old witchly. Let's go.
And she like kind of like goes like, hop. And she swallows it, and she says, thank you for feeding an old woman. Have a nice day.
And he'll sort of bow.
She like coughs a lot.
And before he walks away, I'll say, "Do me a favor. What's your name?"
My name, right?
The bane of every DM.
Yeah. She's like, Ducky.
Alright, I'll remember that name. And he'll immediately, what he does is a little hatch opens up in his hand, and he sort of starts feeding the herbs into his hand as it macerates them, turns them into a goo, and it automatically goes up into his arm and starts creating that exact potion.
Awesome. As that happens and you're walking away, she calls after you. You smell like death. And she starts like cackling again. And as she says that,
like beef.
I smell it.
I smell like beef.
Guest flavor.
And when she says that, I'm gonna need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
And no one's there to help you.
Nope.
Because you ran off by yourself. Luna's outside, but you're nowhere near that.
That's a 2.
Yep, that's it. That's
2 plus 4, that's a 6.
So why don't you explain what happens?
So, wait. So here's the question. Is this a success or is this a failure?
I'm gonna say that. So let's say
because this is what I'm thinking it is, right?
Yeah, go for it. You can explain it. I'll follow your lead.
So, if this is a success, he sort of stops for a minute. His eyes, which are normally a sort of golden color, don't really have this sort of magical flash, but they sort of gloss over for a second, almost like he's just having sort of a Vietnam flashback. And he tries to take one more step, but he can't. And this happens for anybody who's around, even though it's not the party. They'll just see this happening. And he'll sort of look up, and if this is a success, he'll just say, "Where am I? Oh. What did I just do? And he'll sort of just start looking around, standing there perfectly still as he's looking around, sort of just scratching his chin. He'll look down at his hand and he'll just say, "Oh, right, that's still going on. What's happening? Where am I? What did I just give her some of... Oh dear God." And at that point, he would start walking straight forward, going to where the last known location was where he knew Evelyn was, which would be that bar. That's if it was a success. If it was a failure, however, he'll stop for a moment, and anybody around him would hear that accent kind of just consistently flip-flopping.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that it's going to be a success, and I will explain. We'll talk about it later in the DMs, just because to keep the mystery. But yeah, like you are in a place, and it is not a place where you were once before. And as you're on your way back to the lion's den, or wherever Evelyn is, you see a hulking figure come before you, and it's like shadow looms over you, and suddenly you just see a wide smile with these like big blocky teeth and huge black eyes that just stare down at you and seem to follow you no matter where they move. And the body is like it's like a cylinder that is tied in the middle, like cinched in the middle, with two arms coming out with gloves on them and feet with like large shoes. And you see this creature, and it says, "Well, hi, I'm Mappy. My name's Mappy. You look lost. Can I help you? I'm the map mascot here. I can give you a map. Lily, do you need a map?"
So am I still physically in the city right now?
Yes. Physically,
Okay.
yes.
Okay, but this is just what I'm seeing right now.
Yeah.
Okay. So he'll just say, well, first of all, do I recognize this creature?
No.
Okay.
It looks like a mascot, and it looks like a map that's been furled up and tied with a bow in the middle and has giant googly eyes and a smiling mouth.
Oh, this is horrifying. Okay.
Much scarier than I initially thought.
Yeah, I thought it was just like literally Matt from Dora. Like
It kind of
was
is.
Matt from Dora
this
with
is
floating hands and
person-sized.
feet like Rayman.
Fuck
That's
you.
what I thought was
Wait.
going on. And he just he looks at it and just goes, I'm not exactly lost. I'm heading to the Lion's Den Inn. What are you? How am I seeing you right now?
What do you mean how you see me?
Am I still in my head?
Are you in your head? Are you in your head, Dest? Are you in your head? Hey, Dest!
I'm gonna look around. I'll make a perception check. I'm gonna look around. Does everything look exactly the same as it would in the city, or are things off? That's what I'm looking for.
When you look around, you see the people who were literally just in this market space. All of them are on the ground, and some of them have been like impaled into the ground with like spears, and some of them are like their body parts are just strewn over everything, and the fountain that was in the center of this market is gushing with red, and Mappy is just standing in front of you, and he says, "Hey, Dest! The sky is falling, Dest! Better have an umbrella!" And you look up, and you just see something that has probably haunted your dreams since it happened, but you just see a bright white light that is coming straight for you. And what do you do?
He'll do exactly what he did last time. He'll slip into the ethereal plane and take a good like 20-foot step back.
Mm-hmm. You do, and just as the light kind of down, and you hear like this sort of discordant noise in your ears, and it's deafening, and it hurts, and you just see Mappy's body just get disintegrated into ash, and his parts go everywhere, and you see everyone around who had been on the ground. Their bodies are no longer bodies. They're crumbles of who they were, of their existence, and the ground begins to break up beneath you, and suddenly you're in the ethereal plane, and you're floating, and there's nothing to keep you on the ground anymore. You're just floating endlessly in the ethereal plane, and there's nothing. And then you feel a poking on your face, and you realize you're on the ground, and you see Mappy over you, and he says, "Hey, is this guy okay? What? Hello? Sir? Sir, are you alright?"
I'll sort of come to for a moment, and I'll look at my hands. Is it still made of metal, or is it my actual hand?
It's still made of metal.
Okay. Then here comes the question. Then, so he'll look around as he's laying on the ground right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
So he'll sit up. He'll rub his hand on his head. And this is me making the assumption here, but he'll just go, Could you not fucking poke me?
Oh, sorry, sir. You just you passed out after I offered you a map, and I wanted to make sure you're okay. I know my form is startling for some, and, at the Lilith, community center, we don't want to ever, cause anyone pain or anything like that, so, can I get you anything? Do you need, a drink or something?
No, it's... He'll clear his throat for a second, and he'll say, no, it's okay. I thank you for offering me a map. I apologize. Had a lapse. I won't trouble you anymore. I'll be on my way. And he'll make his way back to the Lion's Bright Inn. Now, here's the thing. The reason I'm talking like that, is he himself, or is he not?
He is Dest. He is...
So he's...
He is how
so he's
he
himself.
is... Yes. No, he is what he became.
Okay. So then switch the accent there for that. But let's say, no, I'm all right. Momentary lapse. Don't worry about it, kid. And he'll go ahead. He'll stand up, and he'll just sort of pat him on.
28. I'm 28 years old. This is my full-time job. I'm sad, man. I'm sad, man.
He'll reach into his pocket for a second, and he'll take out a small vial. This is more of a blackish green liquid.
Okay.
And he'll say, he'll just say, "It's my help with that. Don't use it all at once. Trust me, kid."
What is this?
Meth.
You can have some fun. You can have some fun with it. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's meth.
It's meth.
No, what it actually is a
Yeah.
is a synthesized version of his of the serum that can increase your strength. Only it's not perfected.
Yeah.
And it will make him lose his mind for a period of time.
Oh my god.
But he'll think that he's on planet. He'll think that he's on Planet 9. He'll be so happy.
So meth is what you gave him.
More
meth.
PCP. It's more PCP than it is meth.
Well, that makes it okay then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
So he takes it and he his arm, it's like a mascot arm. He got to just it goes into his body and he doesn't, you don't hear him drink it, but he's like, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Let me know if you need a map or something.
Nah, I'm good, kid. Thanks.
Okay, I'm 28.
And I'm 312. And he'll
Jesus
go ahead
Christ. You're old. Fantasy Jesus Christ. You're old?
And he'll go ahead and walk off. He's not actually 312. He just set an arbitrary number to his age.
Are you going back to the Lion's
He's actually
Den?
older than that, but yeah.
Yeah.
he'll head back.
Awesome.
Probably see Luna at the door. Luna hasn't gone back inside yet.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely see Luna just kind of hanging outside.
Oh, and
taking a breath.
This is for you, DM, because I'll talk to you about this too.
Okay.
As he's walking back, he'll sort of have a wry smile go across his face for a second, and he'll tap his head and he'll say, "You stay in there," and he'll walk off.
it's my job to hurt you, okay? That's my job, is to hurt you. God damn it. Okay, yes.
You know that's not how this always goes.
That's true. Okay, so, yeah, you see, Luna standing there, just kind of trying to find her zen again.
Yeah, that's exactly what she's doing, trying to calm down.
And you see Dest walk by, and in that metal arm, in that massive vial, instead of a sort of like light blue liquid that was there before, which would be the potion of climbing, it's more of a purplish. It's more of like a dark purple. But that's really the only difference you see as he sort of just walks past you without saying anything other than just giving you a wave.
Lena will just nod.
What's up?
Then he'll head on inside.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, so, everyone is... Luna, do you follow, or are you kind of just, like, chilling outside?
Not quite yet.
Okay. Actually, I did want to, I know we just had, like, a scene with us, but I did want to have a minor scene with Luna. Luna, you, as you're standing out there, kind of just trying to... That was a lot. This is a lot more than you've dealt with in a while. You're just trying to kind of gather yourself. What do you do to gather yourself?
She offers small prayers to Lady Autumn in this context.
Gotcha. And so, like, in the middle of you doing that, you just hear someone beside you go, are you praying?
Luna will, like, kind of jump, clearly, like, not expecting the voice. Oh, and she'll turn to the voice. Yes. Maybe. Not in, like, a condescending way, like in an actual, genuine, can I help you?
You see a, like a barrel-chested man with, brown, slicked back hair.
Lemon, please.
And like thick, he has like
in
thick but good eyebrows. He has like stubble on his jaw, like a very strong jaw, and some on his upper lip. He has a scar going across his face here and one across his nose. He's wearing a red shirt with like a breezy sort of shirt, like appropriate for summer, and black pants, and he like has his arm up like this, and he oh, and he says, well, I just couldn't help but hear that. It's been so long since I've heard someone pray. It's admirable.
Yes, I pray quite often. I keep it a daily thing. I keep my faith. It is sad to hear that not many people do it as much.
Oh well, I like pray. I like to pray. I like to pray. Winter. It's my guy. Yeah, his voice is like very like gravelly, kind of gruff. He like mumbles a bit, and he says, "Are you new to town, or are you just visiting, or what's up?"
I've been here for a bit, not too long. I've set up in the local temple for Autumn.
Wow.
I'm just offering my services around town.
Cool. What kind of services are those?
If someone needs a hand, I perform ceremonies if needed.
Oh.
And I offer some normal prayer in temple for anyone who comes by.
Cool. Yeah. So, that's really cool. I think that's, again, very admirable. And, it's, I like that. I think that's really neat. It's neat.
Well, if you ever wish to pray to Sir Winter, you can come by the temple. Normally I'm,
Really?
for Lady Autumn,
Oh.
but as you know, winter and autumn.
Well, winter and autumn they're married.
Yes,
So,
yes.
yeah.
Glad to see you're quite well informed. A lot of people surprisingly don't know that.
I know. It's just one of those little facts I know. I'm sorry. How rude of me. What is your name?
Oh, I'm Luna. Nice to meet you. As she waits for his name.
Oh, and he takes his arm down and he kind of holds out a hand. Well, actually, sorry, he doesn't. My brain. He doesn't hold out a hand. He just kind of gives he puts a hand on his chest and he gives a gentle bow, and he says, "My name's Jonah."
Pleasure to meet you, Jonah.
It's a pleasure. It's beyond a pleasure to meet you, and I. Is it odd to say that something drew me to you?
I can't say I've ever heard someone mention that before, so I can't quite relate, but I'm not sure. It could be a sign. Maybe you needed help, and I was here to offer.
Yeah, maybe I did need help. Anyway, no, no, not like that. I'm fine. I'm healthy. I'm strong. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. But if you need any help, well, actually, there is something, and this is just, it's random, but I am here in Lilith. I kind of just got here. I am looking for somebody, but if we do manage to meet up at the temple, your offer, I would love to, take you up on that. Maybe we could go get some poke bowls afterwards, or I don't know, something like that.
Poke bowls?
Yeah, they're it's fish, and it's you put raw fish in a bowl of rice. It's so good. I gotta take you to try it. But anyway, if you
take you up on that.
He his face goes blank for a second. He's right, yeah, cool, awesome. But if you see someone who she has give me one moment. She has hold on. My notes, please. I'm so sorry. One moment. Come on, please. Load, please. I'm sorry, my notes aren't loading correctly. He describes this person as sort of a dark, tanned woman with she's got red bobbed hair. She has these golden eyes, and she has really nice neck. It's a nice neck. I don't know if that's something you look for in people. She's somewhat tall. She kind of has a thinner build. That's if you see anyone. And she has this necklace that she wears. It's a particular kind of necklace, a unique one. If you see anyone like that, would possibly let me know, because I'm just I'm having a lot of trouble finding her.
Of course, they seem very important with you. I'll keep an eye out. But
They're not like my wife. She's not like my wife or anything, or like my girlfriend.
Of
yeah,
course.
it's not. That's not what's happening here.
I never implied it, but okay. I'll keep an eye out for this impressive neck. So, is there any way I could reach you then if I were to see them? I should say.
Yeah. So I'm staying actually at this inn. It's crosstown. It's called Oinky's Inn. And it's like it's kind of like this. It's not a great. I wouldn't want you to come there. So if you know you wanted to meet with me, just you could like walk up to the bar and talk to the bartender and ask for Jonah, that's me, and you could say hey, or maybe we'll run into each other, who knows.
Well, certainly. If need be, I'll be at the temple later today. I've got to chop some things off and offer prayer, of course. But I'll definitely keep an eye out for your friend.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure meeting you, Luna.
Of course. And she'll like touch his shoulder and just like offer like a prayer of Lady Autumn to him.
He like you touch his shoulder and he's like,
"Oh, I'm sorry. Did I?"
No, it's good. It's good. It's good.
Oh, okay.
It's cool.
Okay.
It's good. It's cool. It's yeah. Awesome.
Of course.
Thank you for that. I feel refreshed. I wish I could give something to you. I'm sorry.
No need.
No.
If anything, you could donate to the temple. They certainly could use it.
Yep. Sounds good.
Okay.
Okay.
He seems confused at the hand signal.
It just means okay. Like it's like an O, and I guess
okay.
The rest of the fingers are supposed to be like a K. I don't know. I didn't study. I didn't go to school. I'm educated. I just didn't like go to school. Like I went to the school of hard knocks. I was that kind of thing.
I just assumed it was a younger thing, to be honest.
Oh, I'm not young. I'm like almost like 30. Like I'm pretty, I'm pretty up there. I mean, not that that's up there. No. I'm sorry. That's not like I'm gonna go. I gotta look for my friend, but wow, it was just an honor to meet you.
Okay, I'm not quite sure. I'm not that important. I can't imagine it would be an honor.
I can't imagine you being anything other than important.
Oh, well, thank you.
Okay, see ya. Bye. And he walks away and he just kind of looks, you can see that he's like kind of like talking to him, like he's beating himself up essentially. He's like, fuck, God, fuck. He's just like walking away. Do you go back inside?
Yeah, she'll go back inside after finishing her prayers.
Okay. Yeah, so you head back inside and you see the rest of the group there. What have you guys been doing during this
Peak
time?
Himbo. Jesus.
Peak.
I think
Des? Sorry, you were saying?
Oh, okay, because I don't know if Des would be back by then, because we left off with like Evelyn being like, I'm not gonna send her to her death. That, so I think picking up from there, we're gonna be like, if her life is truly in danger, I don't plan to let her go back there. But I also, Opal isn't equipped to just throw herself into the world and hope she survives. So
I don't think any of us got the idea that she was, don't worry.
But if she is set on running for her own safety, which is fine. I'm not going to let her go out on her own.
What gave her the impression that she wasn't safe?
What gave you the impression?
What gave her the impression that she wasn't safe?
I knew she didn't want to be here, but it didn't seem like she was. Well, I might have noticed it was past 15, but I don't understand why would she be scared.
Do you know when you have those really intense dreams that they feel like reality?
All too much, Mick.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Maxie goes like, yeah.
Well, that's one of the things that's driving her. And, I mean, obviously, I'm not the only one, but when you experience something like that, it's overwhelming. So,
Yes, especially if the morning after that happens, you then begin to cast magic. That, I imagine that might put a special little twist on that kind of situation.
yeah. So, if she needs to go to even just sort her own mind before she gets tied up with anything else, then I plan to go with her. But I told her I'd give her some time to think and really decide and see what she wants to do.
Are you really prepared to upheave your entire life for this girl?
There isn't much of a life to upheave, don't worry.
But you could get one.
Oh, I fucking
You could
felt that,
start
didn't
one.
I can
Wait,
start
what?
one.
You could find one for yourself. There's so much to do.
Do you happen to know a sale that's going on at the moment, where I can just get a new life, start all over? You know, ignore the fact that I've been protecting this person and being with them and being there for them for over a year, almost a year, and just leave them to be in hopes that they survive on their own. Is that what you're suggesting?
Oh, that's a bit harsh. It is ultimately her choice whether or not she ventures forth into the wild unknown. I don't want to give too much away, but I was also very dedicated to something, and then on a whim, I left it. And it's not that I haven't looked back, but I haven't taken a step backward. And nobody was there, and I wouldn't ask anybody to follow me, whether or not I was prepared. And I had a single thing that my life revolved around, and I decided to find something else. And I haven't found it, but I've done a bloody good job of trying. So I would say I understand your affection and your dedication, and I find it quite admirable to be so devoted. But don't discard yourself in the name of another. Sorry, Luna, you were saying?
Oh no, I was just saying the thing that you centered yourself around. I assume it was like your namesake, intimacy?
No, well, not really, actually.
Oh.
That was
I wrong? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No. It's all right. Well, that was a bit of no. Well, no, that's another story for another time. But I had a duty and I had responsibility, and I decided to to leave it. And I'm not sure what exactly made me leave it, but I left it. And I started new. And that's that. But really, Vivi, you are not a lesser creation than Opal. Just because Opal is going to do something doesn't mean you must devote yourself to her. It has been a year that you've been with her, but it's only been a year. And you've got a lot more life to live.
I appreciate the sentiment, intimacy. I really do. And while I understand where it's coming from, I have also experienced things on my own. And this isn't me throwing away my life for Opal and completely devoting myself to her. But I see her as a little sister. And for me to just abandon family, especially if I have the capability to protect it, is unimaginable. So if she decides and she tells me that she wants to do this completely on her own, despite my warnings and despite my wishes, I'll heed to them. It is her choice. But I want her to know that I'm at least there for her and give her time to think and really see if this is what she wants to do and if she wants to be completely alone for it.
Well, you are a good soul. Not that I have any judgment. I assume Luna, tell her she's a good soul.
Oh,
You're
so
the
you
one
do.
with the
Your
morality
heart,
and such.
yes, but intimacy is right. You certainly have the qualities of a great person. Your heart is in the right place.
Thank you, Luna.
Sometimes we do have to follow our heart, no matter what, even if it shirks duty, even if it simply doesn't align with most of your life. But your heart is your compass, I've always found. And well, if it points if it points in the direction of Opal, I believe you should follow it.
And for this entire conversation, especially when Intimacy started their monologue, um, there's Vivian was just lightly cupping where her necklace would rest on her thing, but it just kind of looks like she's just has her arms, like her hands folded over it. But like, yeah, but she's kind of fiddling with it a little bit. But
So you have until tonight to make this decision?
yeah, well, Opal has till tonight before she makes the decision.
Right.
I will say that
No,
someone
go ahead.
of
Sorry.
her ability, it's quite a unique thing. I've certainly not seen much like it, and I've seen a good bit.
Opal's ability?
Yes. And there is something in the back of my mind that says people are going to try to exploit that.
Yeah.
The
And
minute that anyone learns of it.
hope she'll let me come with her. Because, well, I mean, it seems like you all know, it's scary out there. And for someone like her who has been sheltered for her entire life, I'm scared to think of what could happen.
I don't mean to fault your ability, but you don't seem the most imposing figure.
That's fair.
Looks can be very deceiving.
They can.
That's also fair. I wouldn't worry about me.
Yes, I think that's the issue.
The Lilith is fairly new to me, and I grew up in a place where life was a lot harsher, and so we had to learn I had to learn a lot of hard lessons very quickly. So, I hope from my experience I can prevent Opal from having to learn the same thing.
Fucking spiderweb.
Yes.
What?
Excellent.
Sorry.
I love when
Tension?
shit like that happens. It reminds me of like at the end of Bo Burnham's thing, like, well, how are we gonna get out of this weird fucking hole?
I'm like scratching my head and I'm looking around my room and I look in the corner right next to the PlayStation 4 box that I have just sitting here. I was like, is there a fucking spiderweb in my corner? I'm just like, no, it's just a cobweb. But like,
I would like to imagine Dest actually said that, like, at the table.
Fully
he
looking
just
under the
kind of shows up right there. Like, he's been
Yeah,
back
like,
for a while,
vroom.
but he hasn't said anything, and now
Yeah.
people just realize his presence as he's just looking in the corner, just like, is that a fucking spiderweb?
Probably we're in public. I
We're in
think,
public.
Vivian, I think you're missing what I'm trying to say. Des, are you doing much?
Hold on.
Just in general.
Are you asking him that?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you mean am I doing much?
I don't know, you got plans? Are you busy?
The fuck kind of plans you think I got?
Well, there we go. Would you like some help in the protection of
Lady
this woman?
Opal. Well, can I? Okay, because right now Evelyn and Dest are the ones that are offering help. Yeah. So
Yes.
can Vivian
Teach us along
do,
for the ride. Yeah.
can Vivian do a just general insight check to see if like are they vibing? Is this good juju? Like do I sense any malicious intent coming from them?
Yeah, why don't you make an insight check and then or you know what, Evelyn, does she have to make an insight check?
I mean, I will say, out of character, she is genuinely like, I want to help with this. Like,
So no insight check then?
Yeah, so like if
See it
someone
in her soul.
yeah, like if another character is like, you know, or another player is like trying to be genuine and they say you don't have to make an insight check, then it's cool. But if they say like maybe you should, that or like they don't answer anything, then you can, and then we'll see if you get the answer.
If you want to, with Dest, by all means.
Yeah, go for it.
I think
Yeah.
Evelyn would be like, I can see in the soul. Yeah, this is good. But Dest, I'll make an insight. Okay, if this is another nat 1, I'm gonna scream. I'm warning you now.
Please, God.
If it's depending on how high it is, you might learn something. But
It's a 14. Not bad. Not the best, but not bad.
Okay.
14.
Not a nat 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dust. What does she know?
What can I gather?
So, you know that he's for the most part honest. He doesn't really care. But it's clear he's got some kind of plan going on. You just don't know what the fuck it is. You don't know if it's good or bad. He's just got something.
Okay.
But you know that he'll kind of just go along with whatever.
Yeah.
You can tell.
I'll keep his hand away. I've been doing it long enough. And
Alright.
believe me, I know the importance of keeping family together.
Thank you. I'd appreciate the help. And as long as you can, well, do as you say, then I think everything will be better than just me on my own with Opal.
I mean, I think
Just
it
hear a
might
little
just be
bubbling
nice
coming
to
Oh,
have someone that can take a hit. Because,
Yeah.
again, you don't look like you could take many.
You'd be surprised.
Would I?
If we're offering help, if you need the services of a cleric, stop by the temple and ask for me. I would be glad to help. But until then, unless you certain you need me, I'll probably be residing in the temple.
I mean, Opal did express that she wouldn't mind me bringing my friends to meet her at the docks. So it's up to you as individuals if you would like to follow me there or not. But she did present an open invitation, at least for tonight. And from there we
Well,
could see.
unless you are certain that you want me, again, I'm not going to follow you out of nowhere. I don't want to be a bother. If you do truly need the help, just stop by the temple. Ask for Luna. They'll obviously know who I am.
I
But,
know, you would never be a bother.
Oh, actually, before I forget, I know this is a bit off topic, but I met a rather nice gentleman outside who also seems to be looking for someone. That seems to be a common theme in this. So if you see a person, and Luna will give the description of that person,
Yes.
please stop by the temple and let me know. He seems to be quite worried.
DM,
He's
does
very.
that sound...
Yeah.
DM, does that sound familiar?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, it does.
It does sound familiar? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to inquire. What does a nice neck mean?
I don't know. I think it's a cultural thing, maybe. I'm not sure.
Right.
But he was a very kind gentleman.
Vivian's just gonna do this number, so you can't see her face.
He seems very nervous, though. I don't know if maybe he was lying, but quite nervous about it.
Well, it'd be rude to lie to someone of the church.
Yeah, that's why I don't believe
he just wants to bang you, love.
Luna will, cough, startled, no, of course not. I'm
Why
much too
not?
old. I'm much too old. It's not
Darling,
really. I'm not in my prime.
I'm about to say a phrase that might blow your mind. MILF.
What? What is a MILF?
It's like milk.
MILF?
MILF.
Are you calling me milk?
No, I'm calling you MILF.
What is that? I shall look around the table like...
I, or anyone else, would like to fuck.
Well,
you don't have to be a mother to be a MILF.
Hearing
normally used for older women.
It'll be an insight check when women actually know it, or perception. Is hearing the explanation, the front part, does seem to make Luna a bit.
Yeah. If you want to make an insight check, intimacy, go for it. No.
It makes Luna a bit what? You cut off a little at the end. Sad.
Only if you'd notice it, though, of course.
Yeah, make an insight check.
Let me make it.
Oof. Oh, that was a nat 20.
Oh!
Oh, you both 100% see Luna's face.
Wait, let me see. Is it perception or investigation? I'll do perception.
I did insight.
Wait, it's insight.
Where you guys rolling this?
Oh
right, you're rolling it in D&D. Why wasn't it showing? Weird. Okay.
I got an 8, so I don't see shit.
Yeah.
I got it. A nat 20, so I just see this sadness.
Yeah.
Intimacy, I think you're oversharing again, and I think you should.
Well, no, I don't
choose
want
your
her
words
to feel.
more carefully.
I don't want her to feel self-conscious because of her age. She's a perfectly viable partner. If somebody was being uncannily nice to her, could have been horny. Just a thought.
Yes, well...
You all seem so repulsed by the idea of sex or sexual things.
I'm mainly surprised. She doesn't seem that old. She's not we're not talking about an 80-year-old woman here.
Yeah.
Luna's I don't know, 35 tops.
Yeah, I wouldn't call her too old. CS Luna couldn't have been.
I think she qualifies, to be perfectly honest.
She doesn't qualify to be a MILF?
No.
What would you say qualifies to be a MILF?
I understand you're trying to be positive, and that's fine, and to promote this, idea of this, what would it called?
Openness?
Freedom, openness, intimacy, and while I appreciate it to a certain degree, you also need to understand that it would be nice to respect other people's boundaries and what they're comfortable with. Because if Luna isn't comfortable with this language being used around her and being referenced and in a direction towards her, I think it's perfectly fair to respect those boundaries for her.
That's perfectly valid. I apologize, Luna, if I made you uncomfortable.
Oh no, it's okay. I've gotten quite used to your talk, your
Vivi has a
intimacy
point.
advice. It's not the
Vivi
idea of
has
sex
a
that
point.
makes me uncomfortable. It's not a casual thing, I'd say.
You know what that is? That's gross.
I think that's perfectly fair and respectable.
People have
Yes.
different emotions based on different parts of their lives, and
The topic's a bit of a sidetrack. You said we have
just a little bit. Yeah, a woman's life is a danger.
You said we have until tonight, correct?
So if you would like to just stick around till then, I wouldn't be opposed.
I've got flowers to deliver and prayers to offer.
Well,
I might return to the temple for now, but
I mean,
you know where to find me. For now, but I'll see you off. Just
we'll
for
be
now.
sure to pick you up on the way. How about that?
Sounds agreeable if you want. And Luna will make her way out the door and head to the temple.
Intimacy, as you're, like just pleasantly talking with these people that you've been associating with, you see across the lion's den, you see a group of musicians, and they all have like these cloaks on, and it is the symbol of the Forte School of Bardic College, of Bardic, knowledge. And they're just like kind of chatting and talking with one another.
Intimacy, who's still in the wedding dress? I would like to remind everyone.
I forgot about that.
Rocking the wedding dress. Intimacy rocking the wedding dress.
Yeah, it's just awesome.
Spots them. He kind of goes, I mean, he has quite dark purple skin, but he goes as white as he can, physically. He laughs, kind of like, ha! And he goes, right, well, this has been amazing. Luna, sorry, won't talk about buggering in front of you again. Vivi, always a pleasure. Thank you for reminding me. Des, don't know what the fuck you're on about.
By the way.
Have a good time. Evelyn, thanks. I am going to go get drunk. Bye-bye. And he sort of gets up and sort of like shuffles outside in the wedding dress.
Just like, actually, I'm gonna make a roll really quick, just to make sure. No. Can I make? I don't know if I can do it in D&D Beyond. Can I?
Ow! Fuck.
Unless they've got a special stat block, you can just roll a d20.
Oh, okay. Hold on, tools. Game rule sources.
God damn it, woman.
Wait, where's the d20?
So, like, just go in die spot, roll a d20 with Avery. So, unless they've got proficiency or...
I just thought I could do it in...
special stats.
Yeah.
They just have all 10s.
Ow!
That's kind of the basics.
Hey, Ghost, are you okay?
I keep applying pressure to my wrist. I don't know what the fuck I did to it. I woke up and I tried to, like, move this morning.
Oh,
and I pushed out of my wrist, and all of a sudden I was like, shit! And I keep applying pressure to it by accident. And the thing that sucks is I'm a welder. I need my wrists.
No.
Perfect.
Oh no.
And if you're wondering why I said, God damn it, woman, it's because I bought my girlfriend 2 pretzel twists from Sonic and she didn't eat them, so I'm gonna eat them.
Free pretzel. Well, I guess not free, you bought them. Never mind.
Yeah.
So as you're leaving Intimacy, you, they, like, almost look over at you, but then, like, one of them says something funny, and they're gonna... and they're like laughing with each other. The rest of you see Intimacy just kind of like book it out of there.
Should we follow him?
I don't know.
I don't fucking care.
These aren't too complex too fast.
Maxie's like,
Yes.
why he go away? Was he scared or something?
Perhaps.
You know, it looks like it.
You just hear a shrug, and Dest accidentally slams his entire metal arm on the table, and you just hear a douche.
Well,
That's spatial awareness. We talked about this.
Oh shit, I forgot.
how
Yeah.
do we know about roughly how much time we have before sundown?
So it's like about like just past midday. So you have like the afternoon essentially.
Afternoon.
Mm.
Well,
I think we should follow probably.
yeah, probably. We have
Yeah.
time to kill. Okay, so we'll go chase after Intimacy.
Yeah, interesting. Where are you going?
He's not very hard to miss.
Yeah.
What with the
You're not
wedding
very good at
gown.
running either.
Yeah,
really.
we'll
Oh
follow
my
the
God.
trail in the ground where it's being swept up.
I almost forgot.
Oh, Luna.
So, Luna down the street, you just like, if you do see her, like she just stops, like remembering something, turns around and marches back to like the tavern.
You could
And
probably run into Intimacy.
do I run into Intimacy? Did we go the same way?
Yeah, I mean, why not? You know, like
Intimacy took off forever.
yeah. That's entirely plausible that he ran in the same direction as you.
I'd say, do we run into each other?
Yeah, sure.
Luna.
Oh, hello,
Hi.
Nikki.
Hi, darling. Hi.
I almost forgot. Dreadful of
son
me.
of
I
a
can't believe it.
Sorry, the cat.
Could you remind everyone to get the sandwich for Hat Kid? I mean, Box
For who?
Kid, sorry.
Box
Box Kid.
Oh, the child.
What's the child? Could you just... You don't have to do it yourself. I see that you seem quite...
Yes,
But could you...
I'll be honest, I don't think if I'll be rejoining the group.
We caught up to Intimacy now.
Yeah, I think like that you're like, where'd you go?
Seeing as you're here now,
Everybody else was jogging, and Dest was just like casually walking behind.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing yet.
I nearly forgot. Dreadful of me. Could you get Box Kid her sandwich? I would do it myself.
Yes,
I
we
have
do
to
need to do
offer a quick... Actually, I might do it myself. I'll stop by the temple, drop off the flowers, and go get her a sandwich.
Well, why don't we all just go together? It looks like Intimacy was running in this direction anyways.
Yes.
Intimacy, are you okay?
If you'd like...
Yes, I'm fine. I'm
Mm.
good.
Insight
I
check.
would love to
Insight
join
check.
you to get the sandwich to the you know,
Well, Intimacy,
Child?
do they
the child.
need
just
to make
feel like
a insight check? I take that as yes.
Luna
Sure.
doesn't know what's going on, so she'll rely on her 15 insight.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can make an insight check if you like.
14.
14.
Does that I would say Intimacy, roll a deception check.
Okay.
Go for it.
I don't think you could possibly do worse than a Tuka, actually.
Well, there's also 14 in the
Ooh,
passive 15.
Might have a 14.
We're
Oh.
the
Win.
same.
Yeah.
You
Hang on.
wins.
Yep, just beats it.
Does that
What
mean
was the
I
DC?
sit with my passive then?
Oh yeah, you can tell that like there's a bit of an untruth going on, but you're not quite sure what it is.
Obviously, I have no clue what's going on because I left.
Yeah,
So there it happened,
like
so-
something's going on.
Luna would just look between Intimacy and the group. Well, if you
if there's an
want to-
untruth to the answer of "Are you doing okay?" I feel like
They are not okay.
yeah.
Well, she's not gonna push it if she doesn't want to. If Intimacy
That's
doesn't
fair.
want talking.
Yeah.
Well, if you all want to join me to the temple, sure. Could introduce you to the head before we go to
Yes. Let's go pray. I'm sure I have a lot of sins to make up for. Lot of work to be done on me. Lots of sandwiches to get for lots of different little
Surprisingly,
children.
intimacy is quite accepted, if you'd be so surprised. So, I don't think you have had many yet.
No, the sex crimes aside, I've probably sinned quite a bit, actually.
I'm sorry, sex crime?
I will say there is
this
some,
is
just
there are
general.
some worrying implications to that phrase.
What do you mean sex crimes?
Well, you know, you know. Well,
No.
I think we
What
do.
I'm thinking of, I don't think that is, you know.
right. Well, okay. It's a bit unfair that every time I've mentioned sex beforehand, you all act as if I'm talking about the nuclear bombs. But now everybody just wants to talk about sex.
What's a nuclear bomb?
Oh no, because one seems to be consensual and one is a crime.
Oh,
This could be
Literally-
a serious.
fair.
In the name.
Yes. Yes.
The crime
see,
part
there are-
was never non-consensual. It was always with someone that expressly gave the consent.
That is all I
As
was
of
worried
age,
about.
I make very clear on both those sides.
Don't make a wrong.
The
Good.
crime part was, well, when there are
performing
certain
part as well?
rules that sex breaks,
Okay. No,
do the sex.
Okay, we get it now. But
That's fine.
shall we go?
yes. I think we all
Alright.
have
Is that
Huzzah.
Kraken Ghost?
What?
What?
Was that Kraken?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that rum.
I'm literally making
Great.
myself a rum and coke right now.
It's my favorite
Excellent.
rum. It's the best.
Wonderful.
But anyway,
It's actually not my favorite. My favorite is under here too. Where is it?
Keep alcohol
grab
on
it.
your desk.
like,
Yeah,
I
'cause I
noticed the
don't feel like
bottle.
walking
Like,
up-
wait a
I-
minute.
I don't feel like walking upstairs to grab it.
Like, I literally like noticed the label, and then I noticed the shape of the bottom. Like, wait a minute, my alcoholic.
I know those two handles. Hold on a second.
Here it is. It's my favorite.
Nice.
Ooh.
That looks awesome.
It smells like bananas, but it doesn't taste like bananas. I love it.
I
Horrifying.
hate it.
I hate.
It's tropical
Anyway.
rum. It's from
okay.
from Barbados.
I
Cool.
hate
Like,
lies, though.
I hate bananas, so it's not going to be good for me either. So.
Yeah, fair. All right, so
We'll
all
be
of
back into
you,
Luna.
all of you, begin to head towards the temple. The party's
Yeah, we
led
have
by
enough names,
Luna.
but fuck it.
On your
We have time to
way,
go.
on your way, you all, you see, the festivities continuing. It is the 1
I smell
year
way more alcohol
anniversary.
in there.
It is the 1 year anniversary.
Sorry.
You're fine. Of the Day of Light. It is a time of people quiet. It's like half the city is like quiet and their doors are shut and their curtains are drawn, and the other half is like celebrating. Like as you walk down the sidewalk, you just see like, you know, banners and there's like confetti, like paper, like shredded paper, like just like raining down, and you see like people dancing like randomly and people kissing and holding each other, and you see children running around and playing, and you see like some people are dressed in like theatrical costumes of the seasons, as you know, like they're very exaggerated, but you see like one person is dressed as Summer with her golden armor and her white wings, and she, you know, like she's talking to someone dressed as the North Wind, who is just dressed in black, and they have like kind of like this gray face paint on and like black kind of spiky hair, but it doesn't look right. It looks like kind of shitty. And then like at one point and then at one point you come across like a herd on the ground of of purds, which I think I've explained it, but they're like pigs that are like this big, and they're small, and they have like white like wings on their backs, and they're like just kind of eating whatever's on the fucking ground. And like as you guys walk through like this amassing of them, they kind of like begin to fly. They're like ee, ee, and like they like start like flying off, and like one of them like shits and like almost hits one of you, and it's horrible. But yeah, you guys finally make your way to the temple, and it looks a lot like how you would think of like a Greek temple is, like with like columns, and it's all made of like a white stone. There are tapestries and torches on each column that are Lady Autumn's symbol, which is an eye, and in the center of the eye is a pupil, and underneath it are three more black dots, what one would assume to be pupils, and there's like three eyelashes on top and three on the bottom. Um, you see that the doors are open, that there are people talking on the stairs leading up to the temple. There's some people like one of them is like holding open a book, and they're like referring to something to somebody, and everyone is dressed in these dark dark purple modest robes that they cover up like most of their body, like all the way down to their feet. But as you all approach, one of the members of the temple, a younger boy, who has one like missing tooth in the front, and he has like this like brown hair that is like kind of comes in like short choppy bangs in the front of his face. He sees you, Luna, and he runs up and he says, "Ah, it's soon to get back. Wonderful!" And you would know this kid to be named Alfonso. He is the youngest member of this temple, and he's about like 14.
And
Luna
we
like
take
with
a like
Yeah.
5-minute break because I gotta really go potty.
Oh, yeah,
Absolutely.
sure. We can take a break there.
I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
Like I was trying to. Yeah. No, I'm sorry.
You're good.
I'll be back.
Everyone go pee pee or get a snack or something.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be back
I
when
got
get a
an
drink.
exuberant amount of snacks in my room, so I'm good.
You bastard.
You're about
I'll
to
be right back.
hear.
Lucky.
I also must warn you're about to hear Mummy Luna in action.
Mummy Luna. I'll be back.
Aww.
I'll
I
be
got some
back.
fucking chips right here. Got a rum and coke. I got snacks for days.
I have biscuits.
I also got Gatorade.
I have diet lemonade.
I have under this desk, by the way, I have 3 different kinds of rum. No, sorry, 2 different kinds of rum, a bottle of cognac, and a bottle of whiskey.
May you return?
shit.
You good?
Yeah.
waiting
I
on
just
the-
realized I should have gotten up earlier because now I have to pee too.
Potty breaks are important.
God damn it!
You good? Did I say
Fair back.
something
No, no, look in silent scream.
wrong? It's not.
Now, do you know what a MILF is?
Lemon. I blame you.
You're gonna corrupt Luna. He's learning so much today.
It really is.
Yeah.
And don't worry, nothing happened. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Has everyone's week been?
Exhausting.
Tonsillitis.
Yeah.
Yup.
I had to do a
Nice.
13-hour shift.
Immense, yeah.
That was pretty bad.
Oh god.
No, no, thank you.
All stairs and heavy lifting. Classic.
Ooh.
I think we're short staffed at the moment because all of our workers quit or not vaccinated. So this 5-person job turned into me and a driver.
Perfect.
Oh, that sucks.
It was horrible. I was dying.
I'll send you strength. Telepathic strength. To make you feel better.
Let's go.
I'll send you gun.
I mean, I get paid time and a half, so it's kind of worth it.
Mmm.
Oh, that's good.
You know, that is
I mean,
fair.
at least that's the least they should do. Freaking doing a 5-person job. Yeah.
Would have been 15, but one of our clients helped us on one side. So
Nice. That's good. Kindness is great.
Very much.
But yeah. Okay, here's my biggest thing with these fruit snacks. And is that in these fruit snacks, they have a carrot.
why
My
is there
favorite fruit.
what?
You know, and it's labeled as assorted fruit. But there's a carrot.
My favorite fruit, honestly.
But is it a fruit? Because this isn't like, if it was a tomato, I'd be like, that is chaotic, but I'll accept it. You know?
No, it's a root vegetable, but fuck it. You know, sometimes you've just got to put a carrot in your fruit salad and call it a day.
Don't taste like carrot either. I lied to you. Actually, fruit snacks all taste the same. This is an experiment I ran with my brother. And I was very sad when I found the result of that they all tasted the same. I was very sad.
Wait,
That
what
is
results?
fair.
What now?
That all the fruit snacks taste the same.
Oh yeah.
I was so sad. I was like, no, this one tastes like grape. And he's like, no, it doesn't. And I was like, yes, it does. And he's like, okay, do a blind taste test. And if you can guess all of them right, then yeah, they have flavors. And I couldn't.
Is that just an American snack thing, or like what? Because our fruit.
The only reason it tastes like grape is because it's shaped like grapes, and our mind associates that with grapes.
Yeah, see, grapes.
Oh.
Our fruit snacks generally taste like the fruit.
Is there a different ingredients for each type of fruit?
Yeah,
It does?
Well, and have fun.
they use actual fruit juices and stuff.
Have fun, guys.
Thanks, babe.
We're
We
just
have a-
built on
We have a
lies.
lolly. A
And
lo-
to
Are you
see-
just eating? Hold
Um,
on. Hold on. I gotta ask her something.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Yeah.
So are you eating that mac and cheese with chopsticks?
Wait, who?
I just want to make sure I saw what I saw. I'm not judging.
I don't know.
Wait, who are you asking? Me or
Her.
Lemon?
Am I?
Lady.
Lady?
Yeah,
Oh
you're
my
eating
God.
mac and cheese with chopsticks.
No,
Honestly-
that reminds me.
I'm not judging. I'm just making sure
No.
that I saw what I saw.
Yeah.
I did
Honestly,
work
I respect the
experience-
process.
I did work
plus
experience
10.
during school. I worked at Woolworths HQ, which is our version of Walmart, I guess, minus all the cool shit. And they have like a real fancy like in-store chef stuff working there as well and stuff. So we ordered like burgers and stuff. My friend couldn't finish his, so he passed it to me, and I had a rice bowl, so I was using chopsticks. And I'm like, I wonder if I could. So I decided to eat the burger with chopsticks,
Right.
and that was very difficult.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it sounds it. That
What
is
did
a
you put the
burger,
mac, did
my
you put
friend.
mac and cheese on like a Triscuit or something right there?
That is an
Again, not
exciting-
judging. I just want to make sure I'm seeing what I'm seeing.
No.
That's fucking no. That's genius. That's fucking genius. The texture of Triscuit combined with like the taste of mac and cheese. That's genius.
It's really
Never thought
good.
of that.
It's fucking good.
It fucking reminds me of you eating that with you eating the mac and cheese with chopsticks. Though reminds me of this one time when I was spending a couple of weeks at a college campus because I was a summer camp that took place that was there, and at this camp they had Stouffer's mac and cheese that you could just bring back to the dorm and make in the fucking microwave that you had there.
Yeah, yeah.
So we did that, but we didn't have any spoons, so we just cut up the box and used that as spoons.
Fuck,
Oh,
brilliant.
God.
Brilliant. One time
You
I
guys use
used
it like the fucking.
one time I used 2 iPhones to pick up another iPhone as chopsticks, and it's probably the coolest thing that I've ever done. And I peaked, I peaked essentially.
I mean, a couple weeks ago, I ate ramen with 2 spoons because there was no fork or like chopsticks. So I turned the spoons around and used them as chopsticks to pick
You
up the
could have just
ramen.
used the fucking spoon to shovel the noodles in your
Nah,
mouth.
you were trying to pick up a ramen with a fucking spoon. You can't do it. The noodles just fall
Yeah.
off. It's fucking awful.
Just bring it closer to the mouth.
Yeah, just go like, yeah.
It's the distance that's screwing you over.
Nah, fuck that shit. Fuck
But
that
you
shit.
can just follow
I'm
the
just
ball.
gonna use the spoons like chopsticks. It's way easier.
You're still
Simply drink it.
recording?
Mhm.
Good.
Great.
This is
I'm
glad
pivotal
to know-
information for later.
I really hope we
They
put
need to
this
know
on
about
YouTube, and I really hope that this goes on YouTube because this audio is fantastic.
Just this section.
I'm planning
Second.
to upload it to YouTube and SoundCloud, just so because SoundCloud has like an easier playlist to listen to. But yeah, I'm also going to be
Right.
posting it to YouTube as well.
All right. Wait, is it recording our faces or just the audio?
No, just the audio.
Okay, I didn't care if it was recording our faces. I was just curious.
Yeah, no, it's
Okay,
just the
'cause-
audio.
They needed to know about my carrot debacle. That's the most important.
Oh, I can't wait to listen to that later.
Oh, no spoilers then.
Yeah.
I asked because I'm planning to buy a specialized bottle that I'm going to drink shit out of while playing Dest.
Excellent. Excellent.
Similar
I can't
to
wait.
fucking Sam and the fucking jerry can.
You should get a beaker or something like that.
I love the dedication.
I was gonna get like a 1600s apothecary bottle.
Oh, that slaps! That'd be so good.
Yeah. It's like $26. I literally just bought it. It'll be here. It'll be here Tuesday.
That's awesome. Okay, so let us continue. Luna, you have spotted Alfonso, a very young member of the temple, and he says, "You're back, Miss Luna. Hello."
Luna, with absolute kindness in her eyes, almost reminiscent too. Just kind of bends slightly over. I assume I'm only slightly taller.
Yeah, yeah.
Considering how short Luna is. Oh, Alfonso, I study. Yes, well, I'm back. My newfound friends. Avoid that one, please. Which points to intimacy.
He looks at intimacy and he kind of just stares and he's like, but he's cool.
Yes, but
Because, don't worry. I'm not going to interact with the child of my own volition.
Okay, well, we seem to be fine. How are you going, Alfonso?
Oh, I'm fine. I just I was just you know, I was doing I was lighting the candles, and you know, I was just doing my prayers, and you know, Mother Margarita, she wanted to you know, do a she wanted to do a she wanted to do a sweep to make sure that, like, you know, everything was clean for the temple, for, you know, for this day. And like he kind of like gets like quiet, and he like makes like a prayer with his hands, which, like, for Lady Autumn specifically, it's not like this kind of prayer or anything. That you hold your hands like this, essentially, in like prayer. And then he looks up at you, and he says, "But I'm so glad you're back, because you know, you you made this temple so much better when you got here." And then he looks at all of you and says, "Hello, I'm Alfonso. I am a junior member of Lady Autumn's temple. It is very nice to meet you all. Many blessings upon you."
Luna will like step up. That's all very good, dear. And she'll like nudge his face like left to right, looking. Are you? I'm asking how you are. Are you okay? Do you need to eat?
Yeah,
Have you
yeah.
been resting okay?
I'm fine. No worries. I'm not sick or anything. I'm good. Where have you been?
Well, it seems someone needed my help, and I thought I'd stop by and see if I could. Alfonso, this is and she'll go like go around the party introducing name by name.
Mm-hmm. And when you get to intimacy, he just kind of like stares again, like, hi.
Yes. Hi.
Is that
child.
a liar?
Yes.
That's cool.
Thank you.
Luna will like whisper to intimacy. He's rather fond of music. If you could possibly play him something.
You know how to play the lyre.
No, but I really want to learn. I want to start writing my own songs for Lady Autumn.
I wanted to help, but I don't have any musical talent.
Oh, well, we have a few hours while the others can go get that sandwich for that thing. We can, would you like to learn some basic chords?
Child?
He's pumped. He's like, "Are you really? Oh my gosh! Yeah! I would love to learn. Oh my god!
Okay, Alfonso, quickly just before, and like she'll like kind of like lean over to intimacy and whisper, like hand on shoulder. You're only going to teach him music, correct?
I'm not gonna induct the child into a sex cult. Calm down.
Just worried. Alfonso is very young. He's youngest member. I've been looking after him for a bit, but I worry for him, is all. But thank you. This means a lot to him. Truly.
It's nothing.
As she'll
Alfonso
turn to Alfonso. Well,
yes, yeah.
Alfonso, I'm going to go put these flowers at the altar and offer a few prayers. You may talk to intimacy if you wish. The rest of you can explore if you want, or come join me for my prayers. As she'll walk towards the altar.
As you head over there, Alfonso looks up at you, intimacy, and he kind of like, he's like, can I touch it? Can I touch this?
Oh yes, of course. How else are you gonna learn? And he hands it to him.
Oh.
The temple will have to pay if you break it, but that's fine.
I won't break it. I promise.
Right. So, where you start is the placement of your hand.
Okay, it's like
you need to hold it like a bouquet of flowers, or something else that you are far too young to learn about.
He's just like holding it like, okay, what do I do now?
Well, no. One of the hands needs to be cupped at the base. The other hand needs to be moving across the strings with ease.
Like this?
Oh shit.
No.
Okay.
You're one of them like this, one of them like this.
Oh, okay. So and he's like holding it up in front of his face, like this.
No, a little lower. A
Like
little
this?
lower.
Like this?
Sure. Okay.
He's like holding it up like this.
Can we see how reluctant Intimacy actually is in doing this? Because they just said that they would not interact with the child unless like needed, and now they're like teaching them.
I mean, yeah,
violence.
if you guys want to just like kind of like hang around and like watch, or like you walk away, but like you're kind of paying attention. That's fine.
I think, yeah, I
Timothy
think
kind of looks like he's holding back from swearing, like a lot.
So yeah, like the kid's like holding it. He's like, okay, and then the strings, I just kind of bing, ding,
Oh my god, be gentle. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Sorry.
You need to hold it in your hands like you would a glass mirror that's broken and will slice your finger open if you hit it too hard.
Really? Will it?
No. That's a metaphor.
No.
Will it really slice my finger open? No, you dumbass.
He says, I'm really nervous. Could you play me something?
All right, sure. Okay. This is from a very well-known bard. I believe she comes from Lilith. Her name is Taylor Swift. And he starts.
Yeah, so Lightfoot halfling, I believe.
I will not expose Alfonso to Taylor Swift.
I need you to make a performance check with advantage because this kid really likes you.
Aww. That's a 23, baby.
Damn. Wait, roll. Again. Yeah, roll to see if you get it.
With it, natural one.
Yeah. Okay, so with a 23, you begin to, we were first young when I first saw you, again, like something like that. And like the kid is Alphonse is just like watching, like rapt attention. Like he's very rarely ever seen someone play music in his life, and like. And when he started like, he was Romeo and you were throwing pebbles, he starts going like, he like claps along, and like suddenly you're like drawing like a crowd of like people from the temple who are outside and people who are just like walking by, and they start like coming up around you, and you're like sitting on the stairs with Alfonso, and he like kind of starts like singing along like as best he can, and like all these people are like kind of like clapping along too, and then like
still in the wedding dress, right?
Yeah, still in the wedding dress. And then like, when the song, you go like like in the song, and everyone is like, whoa, that was incredible, woo, encore, do another, and like they
without getting paid.
They toss you 5 gold pieces.
And he turns to Alfonso and he goes, that's how you make a living, which is just as important.
I want to be just like you when I grow up.
Well,
I would just
taste.
Make sure you mark off that they did toss you like 5 gold, like the people in the crowd.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
I don't know how long Luna's gonna be gone, but I think after Intimacy's performance, are there like, this is gonna sound weird, but like, are there prayer rooms in it, like kind of like a bit more isolated, or like just like a quieter area?
Yeah, they're like quieter.
So much people?
Yeah, there are like definitely quieter parts of the temple. Hello. There are quieter parts of the temple that don't have as many people. Like there's like one quiet part that's by like a stained glass window that has like a bunch of candles around, and there's like bread and things like offerings and things like that, like a bottle of milk and a baby like shoes or like baby clothes and things like that are offered up to like this part of the temple. You'd find something like that, I think. Ew.
Can Vivian find a quiet corner, and she'll pull out her necklace and kind of hold the symbol and the stone, kind of let it rest against her palm for a bit, and then drop it so it hangs on the outside of her shirt. And then she's gonna take out her playing cards and give herself a quick little reading.
Nice.
So,
okay. Yeah.
I don't know if you want me to do that, like, so you can see, or if I just do it on the side and like.
Yeah.
I don't know how much you want me to say.
You can show. It's if you're comfortable with it. Yeah.
Yeah. This is just characters wouldn't know, but
yeah, but yeah.
They would. I think it's a cool. I made this cool mechanic and I want to show it.
Yeah. For sure.
Okay. So it would be D4. Can I do 2 dice? So it was 4, 4. So the spades, the 5 of spades.
Okay.
Which will give me 5 spades. So that card is giving me deception, bullying, walking away from a disagreement, resistance or non-resistance. So she'd probably look at that and probably think that's probably leading more towards the resistance aspect of it. And she's only going to do a single card reading. Just kind of
yeah.
And she was definitely focusing on the situation with Opal. And so she's getting a sense of like resistance.
Yeah, I'll say with like the card, it being about like the sort of resistance, it's definitely a tough choice is ahead. That's what you can sort of gather, is that like with resistance comes choices. Choices bring unhappy people on either side, whatever you choose, that kind of thing.
Okay. So I'll just kind of look at it, put it away, tuck her cards back, and then tuck her necklace back into her shirt. And then wander back out to where intimacy was.
Cool. Sorry.
You're good.
Puppy. Come on. Okay. So, Evelyn and Dest, are you in the church, or did you prefer to stay outside with Intimacy and Alfonso?
I'm not sure. Not sure what Dest would be doing in this situation.
What about
so remind me, Intimacy is in the church playing a song with Alfonso, correct?
No, he's like on the steps of the temple, outside.
Okay.
Vivian and Luna went inside.
Okay. Yeah, not sure what he would be doing. I had an inkling that like Dest would try to sing something of his own, but I was like, nah, he wouldn't do that. At least not current Dest, but that's a different story.
Yeah. Maybe he looks a bit lost. What would Evelyn be
He's just
doing?
kind of standing there.
I forgot I was muted.
Oh, you're fine.
Evelyn definitely went in.
Oh, okay. What's she doing?
I think she's just in, like, the main bit, just thinking.
No. Continue, sorry.
It's been a while since she's been in any kind of temple for anyone, really. and just, especially on this day, just thinking about what's happened since and what was lost.
You feel a hand suddenly reach up and touch your shoulder. How do you react?
She, she looks over, not worried, like she knows she's safe and she's very cognizant about her surroundings.
Mm.
But she just turns with curiosity more than anything.
Evelyn sees a woman covered in a veil made of like the same like the color of the dark purple cloaks that you've seen. She you can't like make out like a lot of her facial features, but you can tell like she's like of an elderly kind of person. Her hand is also like has like some like sunspots, a bit of like wrinkles and things like that. But she's wearing a necklace that is the symbol of Lady Autumn, and she says, "Well, you look a bit lost, my child. Is there something I can help you with? Somewhere I can guide you?"
I don't think so. It's been a while since I've been somewhere like this, and I am one of Lady Summers.
She smiles and she says, "Well, first of all, it is never too late to return back to our gods, and calling you my child seemed to be appropriate, considering Lady Summer's heritage. Are you all right?" And when she says that, you understand that she's asking if you are all right because Lady Summer is no longer alive.
It's a process, but I'm better than I was.
It has been a process for us all, but we all heal at different paces. We all take different paths. I'm very glad that yours ended up here.
I've certainly taken worse paths in my life.
She eyes your missing arm, and she says, "Would you like to rest here? Perhaps take a seat. We can provide bread or wine or fruit. It is a day of some small celebration, after all."
Perhaps I have some other responsibilities, unfortunately.
Of course. What is your name, my child?
I'm Evelyn Patton. It's nice to meet you.
It's very good to meet you, Evelyn. My name is Mother Margarita.
It's nice to meet you.
Luna, you're finishing up with your prayers, and you see this this exchange happen. Do you approach or?
Luna would approach, yes.
Okay. Then Mother Margarita, she turns to you and she says, "Ah, Sister Luna, how wonderful it is that you have returned to us."
Of course, Mother Margarita. I see you've met my friend, Evelyn.
I did not know you two were acquainted. Wonderful.
Yes, we met today. I explained that I needed to return and do some of my duties, and they tagged along.
Yeah.
At this point, Luna is wearing her chainmail now. She's
Mm-hmm.
got her gear, like she's more prepared to like set out if needed.
Gotcha. The mother, she looks at you, Evelyn, and she says, well, you are in very good company. I have known Sister Luna for only a little while, but I can certainly say she is one of our most devout, kindest members that we have here within this temple. And Sister Luna, I am so thankful and grateful, and I'm so glad my prayers have been answered, that you have found friendship or some sort of companionship with another that is wonderful and something that I think you need.
Luna will like kind of look down. Yes, it's been a while. It's been nice to just be in good company with friends. Speaking of which, I may be leaving for a bit.
Oh.
They seem to need my help, and I thought I'd offer my services.
Well, of course, you have my blessings.
Thank you. We're off to see a lost child, it seems. While I'm gone, if I'm not back, if I do leave, there is a child who seems to be over by the flower shop. If you know it, she doesn't seem to be able to leave. I tried to help. I couldn't. It didn't seem I was quite strong enough. But could you look after them while if I do leave?
I will certainly do what I can, Sister Luna. But
Thank you.
as we know, those who do not wish for help, help does not come easily to them. So we will try.
That is all I ask.
She nods at both of you slowly, and then she begins to walk towards the front of the temple, which has a statue of Lady Autumn, and there is it's a very like a modest statue, save for one piece that is, it seems to be like gold when it like is put into cracks to sort of like repair stone, and it's like a band around the statue's head, almost like a golden laurel around her head. She turns back and she says, "Oh, and one more thing. Who is that wonderful musician playing music outside?"
That is Intimacy, another one of my companions. I asked if he could play and teach Alfonso. You know how he gets with music. And he seems quite happy with it. I'm very pleased.
Please give him my blessing.
Of course.
Thank you. And she continues to walk towards the altar, and she makes the symbol with her hands before kneeling down in front of the statue and beginning to pray.
I think Evelyn is going to take like her bag off and take out a small like hammer, like a hand hammer for working. Is going to make a small like gesture with it, I guess. She focuses on it and it begins to like give off a kind of the noise of birds, like chirping.
Really?
Like robins.
Okay. That's cool.
And
yeah, like is this like a spell or is it just kind of like a part of the actual piece?
This is using the like magical tinkering ability of artificers. And she's going to step to the statue and kind of lay it at her feet.
Oh.
And just leave it.
The mother, she kind of glances up and sees it before just kind of bowing her head again. Evelyn, make a perception check.
Okay. The perception is a +0.
Huzzah!
I had the Roll20 open again. I'm a fool. That's a 14.
With a 14, you are looking up at the statue, and you look down at where you placed your hammer, and you you feel like a chill down your spine for a moment, and you can smell something crisp, something wet and crisp and not quite alive, not quite dead, and suddenly from your eyes and on your cheeks you feel tears just on your face, and you realize you just started crying.
Did the chill feel like bad, or was it?
No, it just felt like a chill for just a moment, and it smelled like leaves and oak trees and crisp air, and then just suddenly you weren't even really upset or were on the verge of anything, but you just realized you started crying.
She'll wipe her eyes on her face. And that chirping will last indefinitely. Just until I make it stop, which is not going to be for a while. So, yeah, just.
All right. What? So with intimacy outside, and I suppose Dust as well. I'm gonna say Maxie also is outside. What do you all linger, or are you gonna head out?
So, real quick.
Yeah.
When Evelyn steps back outside, Dust is gone.
Oh fuck.
He went off to find a magic caster.
Oh fuck. He's doing the thing again.
Yeah.
Intimacy,
Any
did you
magic
see which way
caster,
Death
doesn't
went?
matter.
Well, no, I was a bit distracted with the. And he points to Alfonso with this.
Shit.
Good
Maxie?
lad.
What?
Do something about that. Just let me check with Alfonso real quick, if that is okay.
Maxie.
Alfonso is in the middle of this crowd that has gathered. Like, Luna, you come out and there's just like a crowd, and you're like, what? so many people have never showed up to come to temple, but this is awesome. And then you realize it's just intimacy, playing a song, something about like, some short skirts and t-shirts and bleachers. You don't even know what fucking bleachers are. And you see them all, and Alfonso Alfonso is just like clapping along. He looks absolutely dazzled by this bard.
Luna will give a quick duck down to Alfonso. I must be off again. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope, by the looks of it, you seem to have. And she'll wipe a smidge of dirt off his cheek.
He kind of
she'll.
Miss
Hopefully,
Luna.
I'll see you again. Yes.
Yes, of course. I mean, be safe wherever you go. Lady Autumn will always be with you. But I'll try to be here when you leave. But can I tell you something?
Of course.
I think I want to be just like Intimacy when I grow up.
Slight concern that comes across Luna's
Just
face. She'll side eye into
that smile that
a silent question in her eye.
Intimacy definitely. Intimacy definitely heard Alfonso say that to Luna.
Oh, okay. He looks back and he sort of slows down his strumming. He goes, I was very good. I didn't teach them about anything wrong. I didn't even swear, no matter how much I wanted to. I've been a very good boy.
Luna will nod.
So when you see
the church could always use a nice choir. I hope you can pursue that, Alfonso.
I'll do my best. Mr. Intimacy, sir?
Mm-hmm.
Where did you learn how to do all that?
I imagine that just was an actual singing note that just kind of happened by accident.
I learned at the wonderful and amazing College of Forte.
All the way
which was a phenomenal place. To
Wow!
learn.
Oh my gosh, that's
Right,
so
Luna,
cool!
are we going to be off? What? Sorry.
That's just so cool. I've always. Can I go to Forte one day? Do you think they'd let me? Do you think that they'd let me do that stuff?
Ah, probably. If they let me in, they didn't have that many standards.
Get down like that, stuff down like that, Intimacy.
Oh, thank you, dear. Well, I have
He
to
both
be
thinks
off.
highly of himself and doesn't think highly of himself.
Yeah.
Yes, Intimacy is right, Alfonso. I'm very sorry, but we must be off.
It was
Here,
lovely meeting you.
Mr. Intimacy.
Keep up the good work.
I want to give this to you, and he pulls out a necklace from his from underneath his cloak, and it's a symbol of Lady Autumn, and he said, "Here, take it, so you won't forget me."
Oh no, I couldn't possibly.
Please take it. I insist. I want you to be able to be safe.
Alfonso.
Okay.
Please.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Yes. Oh, thank you so much. You've literally shown me my path in life. I'm so excited.
Haha. Wonderful.
Show me my path. That's great. You do that.
Oh my god.
Luna, should we be going?
Okay. Well, Alfonso, and she'll give Alfonso a nice kind of tightish hug.
Oh yeah, he totally wraps his arms around your neck and he squeezes as tight as he can.
We'll be off. It seems we've lost one of our friends by the
Julian,
look of it.
find him.
No, I've got this. And Luna will. Would you consider Dest's mechanical arm
An
object?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. Well, Luna will cast Locate Object
Great.
on the giant arm that definitely strike something, you know.
Then this is a DM question.
Yeah.
Would he still be within 1,000 feet?
Yes, he would still be in 1,000
Okay.
feet. I'm pretty
Because
sure.
he's just looking. Yeah, he's not sprinting. He's walking around. He's just looking for a magic caster.
Okay,
Any
so
magic caster doesn't matter.
Make a perception check.
Okay. Hopefully a wizard who's just as curious as he is. That's not bad. That's what, 13?
Okay. You see, as like you're kind of skulking around, you see, a person with, like, white face paint on and, like, black lips, and they have, like, dark hair that, like, kind of comes to their chin, and they're wearing, like, a black and white striped shirt, and they have, like, white gloves on, and they have, like, 2 black, like, makeup slits over their eyes, and they're just kind of, like, going, like,
Oh no, it's a mime.
and, like, he, like, the mime is, like, doing this in, like, in front of children and everything like that. He's going, like, and then he, like, he, like, fishes, like, he mimes, like, fishing out, like, a balloon, and he goes, and when he does that, a huge, like, bubble appears, like, magically a bubble, like, appears, and it, like, comes out, and he, like, kind of goes, like, and he, like, ties the bubble, and then he, like, brings it up, and then he, like, picks up a faux needle, like, an invisible needle, and goes, and it pops, like, with an actual sound, and, yeah, and that's the first magic user you see.
So can I tell if this guy is actually a magic caster?
Yeah, he definitely, that was definitely magic that you just saw.
Okay, so he'll walk up to this man, walk up behind him specifically.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll contemplate for a second, and he'll specifically wait for this guy to perform some kind of magic.
So, like, he,
like, while he's in the middle of it.
So, he begins to, cough. He's like, and he starts to pull out, like, ribbons, like, out of his mouth, and it's, like, real ribbons that, like, start, like, going to the ground, and you catch him in the middle of doing that.
So, he'll sort of, his middle finger specifically will push back, and he'll just inject him with that silence potion just to see if it works.
The what? The what? The silence
potion?
Potion?
Just to see if it stops him from casting magic. Just testing it.
He's a mime, they won't notice.
It's a very thin needle, so if you want to make it so that way he notices it, sure. If not, it doesn't matter.
Session 1, busting just out of jail.
Make a sleight of hand check to see if you get this dude. It's poor fucking mime.
He's just trying to do a magic trick, entertain some people for the day.
Man just trying to make his
17?
money.
Yeah.
17.
17? Yeah, you managed to just kind of like really quick, like it's totally slick. But he does feel it. Like he does feel like the pinch, and he kind of like, and he like,
and
yeah.
By the time he looks around, Des is already just like a little bit away.
And he goes,
and he just looks, and he's watching this happen, and he just waits to see how long it takes to wear off.
Sure, and he's like, and like everyone is like, "Wow, that's incredible!" And
You have to pick a mime.
They like start like putting more like gold in his like hat and everything, and he's like, And they're like, oh my god, he's incredible. He looks like he's in so much pain. That's so cool.
He's just counting. He's counting the time, counting the seconds.
About like 30 seconds go by, and then you finally see him go, Mommy, please help me. And everyone like goes quiet, and they're like, and they just like start like walking away, like
and
they,
he
like,
just
start escorting their children away from this man. He's having like a panic attack, essentially.
That's
got that man for life.
How much? Here's the question: how much of that liquid does he have left, or was that all of it?
I'm gonna say that's all of the batch that you had, because you haven't like taken the time to really sit down with it.
Okay, so he'll look and just he'll think to himself as he's like a good maybe 20 feet away now, and he just says, "Fuck, 30 seconds. That's all I got. Alright, needs a little bit of tweaking, but it works. Let's see if I can make it permanent." And he just walks away.
Does he walk back to the group, or is he just kind of fucking off?
He walks back to
him down.
He walks back to the market to give that lady one more gold to get at least 2 or 3 more batches.
Okay. So as you walk, and I assume you're in the ethereal plane doing this.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah. Luna, Intimacy, Maxie, and Evelyn and Vivian, you all are like hunting down Dest, like using the locate object, and there's like, it's this way. Oh no, wait, it's going that way, and like you don't see him, but like you're following along, you're trying to follow, and then finally you come to the market where Vivian, you would know this is where Opal's fountain is. Like she really likes coming to this part of town, and you Dest like handing this old lady a gold piece, and she says, "More blood, please."
And he'll do the exact same process.
Yeah, you guys definitely all see this happen. This is just happening, like, out in the open.
Vivian will turn towards Evelyn.
Yeah, no.
Is that normal?
No. She like very quickly like jogs up behind him, and it's just like, hey.
And by the time that she says anything, is the transaction done?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he would just start pocketing the enough. I assume he bought enough for like at least 2 or 3 batches, and he would just start pocketing it, and then he would turn around and just while he's putting it in his pocket and just say, like... "Oh, what's up, Evelyn?"
That was full. Now it's not.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Dest.
No, seriously, what are you talking about?
Your arm was full. It's not. You just gave that woman some blood.
Oh.
Explain.
Oh, I made a new potion. I tested it out on somebody. It worked.
What did you do? What did it do to them? Are they okay now?
Oh, they're fine now. It's a... So you know the spell Silence?
Yes.
Put that in a potion.
You just did that to someone?
Yeah, wanted to see if it worked. It did. I mean, he got a lot of money for it. I didn't give him any money. He just ended up getting money for it. But I mean, hey, it worked.
Okay. Dest.
What's up?
You need to... We have been over this. You need to make sure they are okay with having the potion tested.
I mean, like I said, he was compensated for it. Like, not by me. Other people. It was a mine. He was doing magic.
You. 2, you didn't know it was happening. Presumably, that's how it's always happened, Dest.
But, like, I mean, you see my point though. Like,
No.
Granted, he wasn't compensated by me, of course. But I mean, he was compensated. He made a lot more money than he would have normally. So I mean, what's the problem?
I'm sure he appreciates some of the money. You've just scarred a man for life by causing them to, in their mind, suddenly go silent and then not again during
Yeah, I
a
don't see the problem
standard
with that.
performance.
I don't see the problem.
Consent. I don't say this in character, but consent.
Yes. You,
Yeah.
As you
Consent
said,
is important.
as you're saying
especially
this,
when this has gone badly before, and you know this.
That was like one time.
excuse me.
Like,
Pardon me, if I may. The old woman, she like.
why do you
speaks
want
up.
his blood?
Why does anyone want blood?
Well, usually people want it inside of them to, like, keep going.
That sounds fake, but alright.
Hearing what the woman just said, asking about why would anyone want blood, Luna gets skeptical. Get very, very skeptical.
Yeah. She says, "Do you want to give me some of your blood, child?"
No. Actually,
What would I get from it?
you
I
already
gave
have
you
enough of this blood.
You would get anything
Vivian, I
on
don't think
this
that's a good
mat.
idea.
Is there anything interesting on the table?
There's like the bottles, and there are some pieces of clothing. There's also like a medium, like a hand sized like crystal ball that's like sitting in like on like a pedestal, like on a pillow. You also see just like this like beat up looking bag that has like a couple of like stitches in it. But yeah, that's about it on the table.
Does the bag look empty or does it have stuff in it?
Make a perception check.
While this is going on, Des is just putting more material to make another batch. Only he's just gonna let it stew this time longer.
Fair,
He's gonna
yeah.
just let it stew way longer this time to see if he can try and make it
Yeah.
make the duration permanent.
Perfect. Yeah. Jesus. So, Vivian, you can see that it looks flat-ish, but you don't know if there's like something inside, like something, like making it look like it's full or anything. You're not sure.
Is it a vial that she's looking at?
No,
I'm looking at the bag.
Oh, okay.
Vivian, dear, I don't mean to interrupt, but if anything asks for your blood, it's never a good deal.
Yes, that's usually quite a bad sign, actually.
In my experience and my teachings, things that want your blood are either trying to hex you, curse you, or eat you.
Much blood. What am I gonna do with it all?
I mean, I already warned her. I already warned her.
see.
And remind me what her name is again. Me personally, I can't remember.
Ducky.
Ducky, yeah. She just said, so he just says, I mean, I already told Ducky that if she uses my blood for anything nefarious, I will be coming back for her, and I'm pretty sure she knows that I'm serious about that.
I do.
But what if she disappears?
I'll find
I
her.
could.
Also, if she does something nefarious with it, she's already done it.
Yes.
What are you going to stop?
Yeah, no, that is...
Well, he's already given her his blood. Twice.
Yes,
Three times.
How about
Well,
I
this is-
cut you a deal? I'll cut you a deal.
Oh, don't like the word cut there, but sure.
Young, pretty one. Pretty one with the looks.
You can say
And she,
tits,
like-
it's alright.
And she like
I don't
says
mind.
she says looks, and like she doesn't look at you, but like the way she says it, it's like it's a little weird.
Who is she referencing to?
You, Vivian.
Okay.
And
Oh, sorry.
no, it's
Oh, I thought tits meant myself. I'm so sorry.
tits. She says, "If you give me some of your blood, I'll give you that bag you're eyeing."
Vivian, no.
Can it do anything? Or is
Can
it just a
do
bag?
anything? It is more than a bag, but that is all I can say.
Can I roll Arcana on that to see if it's like a bag of holding?
Sure.
Vivian, I understand your curiosity, but take it from a woman that has seen quite a bit. This is not a good idea.
Yes.
So
Second
interesting.
that.
It looks so interesting.
Yes, and there are many things that someone could do with your blood.
Okay.
So I rolled an 11.
Yeah, and
which is
Evelyn
probably not enough.
21.
121. Just you're like, it's a fucking bag. That's it. That's all you can really guess from it. But Evelyn, you like kind of like you look closely and you see that you see that the flap of it. So like the bag is like this, and this is the flap that goes like up and down like that. You see the flap has some like weird like white things sticking out. They look like almost like knives or something like that. But there's like a hint of like these sharp edges along the rim of the bag.
McBag.
She'll put a hand on Vivian and say, that bag is definitely a bad idea. Take it from someone that is a creator of magical items. That bag will not bring you anything virtuous.
Are you
And
sure?
if you... Yes.
Yeah,
And
please.
if you would like a bag that holds more than it should, ask me in a while, and I might be able to make you one.
Or
But
you
Make
could
me
have
a
a
bag.
bag. Or you can have a
If-
bag right now. For some
No
blood.
offense.
for the price of your blood, which I'm sure is better kept inside, and
Contentious is a virtue, Vivi.
I'll like look at the lady and be like, I don't know. You don't really have me convinced with it just being a bag. I mean,
Oh,
if it's just a bag, why would I give you my blood?
It isn't just a bag. It is.
But I don't know what
Special.
it does.
How about
Special
this?
how?
I will give you this bag and this cloak. And she like picks it up,
Lillian. So no.
and it's like a
Luna was
cloak.
just like,
It's like dark blue, and it has like little like dots on it, and it kind of looks like stars almost. Like it's like this like starry kind of cloak.
Oh.
It's like this is a special cloak, worn.
So you're
Lady,
Allegedly
Luna-
worn
Sorry.
by Lady Autumn herself.
this is full of horseshit.
lady,
Yeah.
Luna
Just-
immediately.
just for me,
Yes.
would you please put that cloak in that bag?
Absolutely, I can. And she like takes the bag. She like scoops it up, and she like takes the cloak, and like she kind of folds it up, and she like looks at you all. She like lifts the bag up, and she goes and puts the cloak in the bag, and goes like, there.
You see, that's a bad sign, Vivian. That's a
put
bad sign.
I put the
Luna-
cloak in the bag as you requested, did I
You
not?
take
would
it
you-
back out?
Would you now? Yes, I would actually like to look at that cloak a
Oh,
little
sorry.
bit more closely.
Hold on. I have to roll. 1 second.
At this point, Luna's had enough. She's like made her way over to,
She's like
and is
pissed.
just standing in front of her.
Alright, hold on. Roll.
Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me.
Wait, did you say Luna standing in front of Vivian?
Yes.
Okay, she's like peeking around because she's like.
Just like, yeah, take it out of the bag.
Ah!
Wow.
She like, it's like, fine. And she like takes the bag and she like grazes underneath it. Like she grazes her hand underneath the bag and she like opens up the flap and here's the cloak. Are we agreed, dear?
Luna will just turn to
No.
Vivian. No. And like just try and like start shuffling her away.
We'll
from
say Vivian is very weak and she's not that big. So
There.
Do what you will with that information, but
Oh no, I've already said Luna's starting to edge her away from Ducky.
Yeah.
Aw. But it looks so interesting.
Interesting. Interesting.
And there are
is
interesting
not
ways to use
necessarily
your
good.
blood.
Yes. Once again, as a creator of magical items, this reeks of bad news.
And also, there is no way that cloak was worn by Lady Orton.
Also, it
a
just
flat
seemed also
lie.
tacky, darling.
That is also.
And just
I could have pulled off
lying,
the cloak.
lying
You
about
could've,
Lady
but
Autumn,
it
like she
seemed
turns.
so gauche.
Luna turns back to Ducky. Lying about Lady Autumn is not something. You have a good day, but
I would not lie
keep to
about
yourself.
Lady Autumn. Even though her and I have had a spat. I would not lie.
Oh, I think you would lie about her. I normally don't take offense, but this is something I have to put my foot down upon. Vivian, let's go, dear.
As you leave,
Luna's about to beat a bitch up.
as you leave,
Okay.
she like pauses and she says, "Those wolves were terrifying, weren't they?"
Oh, Luna just freezes. Absolutely freezes.
I'm guessing like she gets like Vivian bumps into her or something because she was scooting her back.
Yeah. And she says, "How cold were they? Were they cold? Were they
Luna?
freezing?"
Ooh.
We are leaving. Remember?
Yes, where the fuck did you find this woman?
Luna just turns in like rare spite of anger, like just shocking. Just glares at the old woman. You know nothing about it.
Could you repeat that? Because it just went robotic for me. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Just like turns and glares at the old Bucky. You keep them out of your mouth.
She smiles. And her gums are, it's just her gums, and the gums are like covered in like this mossy green. And she says, "You think that you are the one who decides who lives and who dies, but you could not even prevent the cold from seeping in to their bones." And she starts like laughing.
Evelyn is holding her necklace and moving, like actively moving Luna away. Like we are leaving.
Luna just tears up and dashes away.
Oh no, I chase after Luna.
Yes,
I
Dest,
follow,
follow,
but,
please.
I follow, but I turn around and give her like one last like.
Yeah.
And I run off.
You hurt Mom. Fuck you. You made Mom cry. Fuck you. And she
I happen to like that MILF.
Dest, the old woman just kind of smiles at you, and she's like continuing to laugh.
He doesn't say anything. He just gives her a wave.
Yeah. Luna, where are you going?
She doesn't know.
That's fair.
She just wanted to be away from her as much.
Okay.
I might go soon. I'm really sorry. I have to like leave so close to the end.
I know.
My
Yeah, no,
voice
it's okay.
is trashed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Please rest.
I'm very sorry.
We're only gonna be like a couple
I had a
more
wonderful
minutes.
time,
Yeah.
so thank you all.
Thank you.
Of course.
See,
Come back
talk to you next
rest.
week.
Thank you.
Yeah. Bye.
Yes. See you all next week.
See you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, so we're just gonna go until 10 EST, which is like a little over 15
minutes or so.
Yeah. So, and then we'll call it. So, Luna, you are running, and you don't manage to like lose the group. You're not trying to run from your group. You're just trying to
not at all.
run like away. And I think at one point, um, make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, we're about to trip.
Like an anime run, like you're like the OP, like you trip like mid run.
That's a 15.
So you, okay.
Plus
so
0, by the way.
Damn, that's pretty good. Do you mind? He,
Out of line.
you do falter. You do trip. But instead of landing face first into the cobblestone below your feet, you kind of like, oh, and you trip forward. There's like tears in your eyes, and suddenly you just feel arms, suddenly around you, and like you have been caught mid trip, and the rest of the party, like they stop and like they see that you've almost fallen, but they see a man who has caught you, and you look up, and you see it is Jonah, who is standing there, and he's like, you tripped, and like he kind of like caught you like in like a mid like dip kind of thing. He says, are you okay?
He's quite strong. I'm already chainmail.
Oh yeah, he's
big
strong.
guy.
Yeah.
Damn.
You alright?
Continue, sorry.
Oh no, he's just saying like, Luna,
Okay.
fancy meeting you here. Are you okay?
Luna like immediately right herself and just like trying to like wipe the tears.
He stands you back up, and he's like kind of.
Yeah, no.
Do we catch up by now?
Yeah, you guys are caught up at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, all of you see again like this just barrel-chested dude with like slick back brown hair, big hands, like stubble, strong jaw, and everything. He like looks at all of you and he says, "Oh, are they with you?"
Oh,
Yes. Luna, are you okay?
No, not
But
quite.
Does he look
No,
familiar?
Of course not.
Yes.
Fuck. Okay.
He looks at you, like his like focus is sort of on you, Luna, and he says, what's happened? Are you all right?"
Sorry, you go. Luna's wiping her tears at the moment. So.
Yeah,
He looks distressed.
There was someone at the market that I think bought up something she would rather not
Who?
Yeah.
deal with. An old woman that apparently deals in blood instead of coin. So
That's gross.
yeah.
What did
Should probably stay away from her. Remain unseen.
She should stay away from me. And he looks at you, Luna, and he says, "I'm so sorry that happened to you. I'm afraid that I can't do much, but all I can offer is my apologies. And I'm glad you didn't hurt yourself there."
Do we know this guy?
Who is this? No, I don't.
No, none of you have met him, but Luna met him outside of the Lion's Den.
Yeah. This is Jonah, the kind of man I was talking about.
Hello.
No, it's quite all right. It's something I should have been well over.
No, it's not. No one should bring up old scars just to get a reaction out of you. That's terrible. And it shouldn't have happened in the first place. I'm sorry that I was so persistent with the objects. Sometimes my curiosity gets the better of me.
It is fine, but this only further proves that she could not be trusted if she knows this much.
Is there anything
Yeah.
I can do for
Yes.
you, Luna? Could I get you a drink,
No.
or maybe we could do poke bowl, or we
Luna
I
will like
was
smile at the stutter and like the memory of him offering.
yeah.
That sounds nice, I suppose.
Sorry, not to intrude or anything, but Jonah, was it?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Jonah.
Hi. How long have you been here? I mean, it's a strange question, I know, but yeah, how long
Oh,
have you been on Lilith?
do I look like a? I must look like kind of like an outsider. I know. Sorry. um,
Oh, it's fine. Don't
I
worry. Not
got
all of us can
here.
blend in
I got
so
here
easily
about.
with others.
I got here about like say like a week ago.
About a week ago.
Yeah. I'm looking for some. I'm looking for an old friend. It's not important. It's, it's just my business. It's
Right.
my worries.
I rolled a 17 insight check on him. I'm just basically vibe checking him.
He seems like a good man. He seems like he's a himbo. You know he's a himbo with a
Doesn't
17.
seem like he has any ulterior motive or anything.
No. Well, I mean, you know that he is looking for someone and he does seem worried about it, but he definitely isn't. There's nothing malicious in him.
Okay.
Okay. So I have dropped a couple subtle hints. I don't know if he's picked up on any of them. Or if his
No.
himbo stat is
No, he
high.
definitely has not. Unfortunately. Yeah.
Also,
Okay.
as this conversation goes on, like Luna like tucks something back in under her arm, one of the necklaces that fell. It was something she was clutching as she was running away.
Gotcha. Oh, would you mind actually if perhaps you, if this is like a weird question, but like in like a roleplay sense, would you mind if you did drop it and maybe he picked it up, or would you rather keep it?
100%.
Sure. He picks up this necklace and he says, here you go.
Luna like takes it. Thank you. It's very important. And considering that he literally like just picked it up, it's in clear sight. It seems to be a ring, a very ornate ring. Almost.
That's
I don't. It's kind of clearly a wedding ring, I suppose. Around just like a thin rope that she wears around her neck.
Like as he gives it to you, he kind of like glances at it and he glances back at you and he just is like, there you go.
Thank you.
Sweet.
Of course.
Okay. I'm gonna try one more subtle hint.
Yeah, go for
and
it.
see. So I'm gonna take out, because Esfree's been in my hood. I'm gonna take out Esfree and bring him out and just sort of start petting them in my arm.
Let me do something. Here we go. So.
And then I'll like take out a treat and just sort of like, Esfree, darling, please.
This is really funny. Yeah, that's a -2. He definitely
quick, make a himbo check.
himbo check. He got a -2. He definitely he just sees it and he's like, "Ah, so cute." And he like goes back to like, cause like his attention is pretty much like solely focused on Luna, and he
right.
says, "Do you want me to, like, go beat her up, or like I could like go kick the
No,
shit out of
no.
her or something?"
Don't endanger yourself like that. She's definitely not normal.
I'm the scariest thing here. Trust me. I
you
don't
are-
know if that's
You
true.
are very tall, intimidating, and quite strong looking. I can see. But
you think
and she like offers a smile.
Like, you think I'm-
what
I'm
are they
strong?
called? Pokeballs?
poke. It's like the raw fish. It's like rice and raw fish, and like you could put sauce on it and everything.
You like Luna will like tilt her head, and it's like, well, that sounds pleasant. Do you mind? As she looks around the party as well.
Turn a Pokeball that just sounds really good.
Y'all invited? Or was it just between you two?
he like pauses, like he's like doing math like in his head, and he's just like, yeah, you guys can come along, of course, of course.
You two have a meal together. I'm sure it'll be lovely.
I'll pay.
You don't have to.
No,
especially if you just a week off. I mean, that's a lot. Where did you travel from?
Oh, this and there and here and that. Just came from the east. Really nasty.
I don't know why, but while this is coming down, I just imagine like Jonah's like solely just handed Vivian.
What's that?
I just like picture like the way this is going down, especially with like you're like waving your hands. Like Jonah's just clearly distracted, just like giving offhanded answers.
Yeah, he's just going somewhere, the east.
Honey, I came from the east as well.
That's cool.
A while ago.
Nice.
About a year.
Where are you from?
The east.
So am I. He says, "Okay, well, I mean, I don't want to like, intrude on any plans that you might have had for this weekend."
No, it's and like she's gonna do what I'm kind of doing now, and that she's gonna pull out like just hook her finger under her necklace.
Okay.
And like contemplate a thing, and then like pull it out so the charm falls down.
I'm gonna roll again. I will roll again, and we will see if it works.
If the man has the possibility to roll a -2, I don't know if it
can I roll an insight check to see if I'm picking up what she's trying to put down to him?
Yeah.
Alright, let me roll an insight real here.
An 11?
That's up to you.
It's 11.
I feel like Vivian.
I think he like looks at it. He like it kind of like catches his eye. He's like, nah, and he like kind of just like, nah. Like,
Okay.
And
I probably don't. That's a fucking
9.
That's a 9.
He's an idiot. He's a fucking. You know what he is? A specimen. He is.
No.
He's a specimen.
That's automatically how he's seeing him. However,
yeah.
I want to see, is that 9 enough to, this is also for Vivian, is that 9 enough to see if Des is picking up what you're trying to put down to him?
I think that
Should I roll a deception?
Yeah, sure.
Because I'm trying. Well, it's a weird thing. Cause it's not like I'm saying anything that's like.
No, roll
I'll say.
Or,
no, but
you know
like
what?
there's something clearly going on here. Like, is he picking it up?
Roll like a deception or a sleight of hand, or like either one.
Deception.
You want to do. Yeah. Okay.
No, you see nothing.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah,
no, he's not picking anything up.
You got a 25? Oh yeah, fuck no.
I got no one's picking up anything. I'm sorry.
No one's picking up shit. No one knows what the fuck.
You just are like, oh, Vivian's feeding Esprit now, and like maybe you catch a glimpse of her necklace before she tucks it back in,
He's
and
like,
she's just like,
he's like
mentally, Vivian's like, he's
because
an idiot.
Because you understand, and because you obviously have a connection, you know immediately that Jonah is absolutely 100% smitten with Luna. Just like completely. He's like head over heels. You've never seen him like this before.
This idiot. Okay.
So he says, okay, well, would you like to come? And he like offers an arm to you.
Sorry, it's so wholesome. It's just Lillian will like, she won't like wrap her arm, but she'll like put her hand on his arm.
Yeah.
Kind of like lead the way, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I'll make sure to bring her back. Where are you guys?
But we were all going.
Oh yeah. Of course we're all going. Of course.
I mean, if you want to just be the two of you.
You all can come, absolutely. I would love it. I would love to get to know all of you.
Let the girl go on a date.
So I'm gonna look at Luna and see what Luna wants, and like try to give her an eye to be like,
Luna want?
Do you want us? What does Luna want?
Luna's still kind of distressed a bit.
Fair.
She's
And
like
so
not. She's not like giving any obvious signs.
So I'll just yeah.
She'll like perk up about like you not coming. It's like, oh, if you didn't want to come, that's fine too. Someone has to check on Box Kid, but it's up to you guys, really.
So Vivian will kind of lean into Evelyn and kind of whisper, it's like, I don't think she's 100% yet, and I mean, we don't know this guy, so I kind of am reluctant to leave her alone.
Fair enough.
We can,
Yeah,
I don't know, parent it? We'll sit in the back.
Yeah.
How about this? Sit in the back.
It's a stealth mission. It's like you guys are like hiding.
Stealth mission.
Dust is
The
like,
children the children just glaring at like the mother's day.
I feel like Dest would be like, "What the fuck are we doing right now?" Like in the middle of the restaurant.
Are you good enough for our mother?
That's just eyeing Vivian for a
I would have
now.
loved to see Intimacy's reaction.
I think Intimacy would be like, "Oh yes, let us." I think he'd be like, "This is delicious. Let us mingle amongst the patrons of this poke bowl."
One of them is not picking up the symbol. One is not picking up the hints of the literal himbo, and the himbo is not picking up the hints of Vivian. So it's just this circle
This
of like,
shitty-ass
no one
circle.
knows shit.
Yeah, circle of nothing. Nothing is happening here.
So he says,
It's just-
he says, "Where should we meet you guys? I don't want to keep. I'm not going to keep Luna for long. I thought I'd, offer something to eat, and you seem distressed. So, should we meet somewhere or?"
We'll find you.
I was gonna say, do you know Penelope's Flowers?
Mm.
Seems as good a place as any.
Yeah, Penelope's Flowers, or Persephone's Flowers.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, I can do that. That'd be perfect, actually. Great. Luna, are you ready?
Sure. When you
Great.
are.
All right. And he starts to walk, and you follow along with your hand on his arm, and the rest of you are now sneaking behind them.
I think an idea is to just like let them leave for like 10 minutes, and then
I'm sure we know where the Pokeball is. Like Vivian would
I'm
know.
sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure
it's-
Vivian specifically knows,
Yeah.
and no one else does.
Pokeball or Pokeball?
Pokeball. And
Okay,
I think
heard ball, and I was
honestly, I think Intimacy at this moment would be like, "Oh, they're gonna bang," and that is where we will end tonight's episode.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. All right. Wow, that's exciting stuff. Damn.
the majority of the time, Des was just staring down Vivian.
Mm-hmm.
And you got nothing.
No, not nothing. It's
Not
more,
nothing, but not enough.
yeah. So it's more like
It's a hunch.
something's going up. It's a hunch, and he doesn't trust you because of it.
Fair.
That's fair.
That was an awesome session, you guys. That was great role playing and great roles on everyone's parts. I can't wait.
Silencing the mime.
The fucking mime, the big
Rip
bad
mime.
of
You
the
just
campaign.
removed a career option from someone's list.
You just
You're gonna
created.
be too traumatized to do it ever again.
Yeah, no, like fully.
Dest
You
just single-handedly created the big bad of this campaign.
Yeah, no,
And
like,
it-
I cannot wait at some point for that to go just horrifically. Like he's just fully noticed and just get destroyed because of it. Like that's gonna be. I think that's gonna be
God.
like vindicating for
He has so many avenues of escape.
Yeah, I have so many ideas for memes. Like, I can't wait to make them and show all of you. If you guys have any ideas, please, like, totally send them, and I'll like make it like in a photo editor. or something.
I don't what the fuck? There's this meme. I can't remember. It's a candid shot of this couple that are just like staring at each other lovingly and walking along, and there's just this one dude in the back, like fucking gremlin staring at them, and all I'm picturing is just Luna and the himbo, and then just Death seeing the himbo as a test subject.
Yeah.
Lady, when you brought up the wolves, you just punched me right in the...
Yeah, just kind of like, right a sucker punch, right in the fucking throat. You're welcome.
That was one hell of a sucker punch.
Yay.
I was not ready.
So many threads converging.
Yes.
She's probably a blood witch, so...
But yeah,
No.
okay, guys. I'm gonna stop recording. Well, I guess everyone say bye from the recording. For the recording.
Bye!
Bye, recording.